win teams coming off of strong wins their first week. The Scottsdale Slither coming off a win against the Mulberry Reverb, and then the Junction City Juggernauts, old JCJ, coming off a win as well against the Aspen Sparrows. So both teams tonight looking to maintain that unbroken streak there of go and looking to go 2-0. See, expect what we see tonight. Cool. I know
Yeah,
you're
man.
fighting a little bit of the itis, man, but tell me what you think about the Slither coming in for tonight's game,
I
or
do
excuse me, the
indeed
JCJ.
got the itis tonight, but it looks like we do have full rosters from both teams, which is always great. You can love to see it when you don't have to have any substitutions. For the Scottsdale Slither tonight, we have Gunny Saw, Derpy Boy, Foxy Productions, and Unknown. And over on the JCJ, we have Yuji, Phenom, Supram, and Empty Eye. I'm looking forward to this. I think this is going to be a really close game. I honestly don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think both of these teams are very strong. Both of these are in my conference, so I have, you know, experience of playing both of these teams. Which
A
is
little
pretty
bit
cool to
biased.
a little bit biased, but these are two both really strong teams, especially when you have Foxy and Unknown, who are, they do have that Kim from being teammates, and same thing with I think Phenom and Yuji are also teammates. So I can't wait to see these stacks and see how the pressure is going to be, how this game's going to turn out.
Yeah, it's gonna be good either way. Expect some heavy hitters, and you beat me to it, Jucifer. As always, please stand, remove your caps, and get ready for the reading of the rules. As always, we will have 8-minute quarters. There will be a 5-minute halftime in between both of those quarters there in the center, also known as a halftime. 4 players on teams on each team, which we will be a little bit different than what we saw last season. So there will not be a 5th player hanging out in the spawn area. It will only be 4 players in the game. There'll be another change: 2 by 2 minute timeout per team per match coming in tonight. So we're going to see teams this season in Series 3 use a little bit more of that timeout strategy to either derail some of that momentum, right, or just have more time to talk about how they want to change their strategy. Don't forget, overtime, as always, is going to be a golden goal, and as always, no toxic or discriminatory behavior. Rolling in to here at NEPA, treat everybody well, like you'd like to be treated, and remember, we're all here to have a good time. And with that, we'll go right back into the game as both teams here are doing a little bit of readying up, a little bit of practice beforehand. I think we got some hot shooters on both these teams. We've seen Foxy come out regularly here for the Scottsdale Slither and really bring a lot of heat on the shots there, able to bring some good jukes and able to really enable the team there and get the team going on some of those runs we've seen the Scottsdale Slither roll with. And then on the JCJ side, we got the same thing with Yuji. Usually strong power, long distance shooter there. You cannot leave him a lane. And I think both these teams really like to play fairly aggressive. So it's going to be interesting to see kind of how that plays out with 2 long shooters on each team, or excuse me, the long shooter on each team. You're really not going to be able to leave those lanes open. So with 4 players, potentially, how are we going to run that goalie? Are they going to leave somebody back the entire time? Or are they going to take that risk, move forward? You're going to have some really strong backline players to make sure that you cover those lanes and keep those long shooters from getting past you, because they will sink threes all day long. We saw Yuji do it all last season. We've been seeing it Foxy do it all last season as well. It'll be interesting to see what they do with that tonight.
I agree completely. We do have some ready ups coming through. It looks like Scottsdale Slither is ready, just waiting for the JCJ to ready up, and then we will get this show on the road. This is the first of 3 matches tonight. We are having the triple threat, AAA matches all night long, and we have the ready up coming in now. Looks like we're about to get this show on the road.
Get ready. Welcome back. It is Sunday. We're kicking off week 2 here at the AAA. Don't forget to get your predictions in for the match as we begin the countdown. Round 1 of 4 on Sunday Fun Day. Slither versus the JCJ, and they are out of the tubes. Slither's first one to it. They're in the center, picking up that neutral joust. Good pick over to Unknown. Unknown sending one long to Gunny. Makes his way behind the defenses there. Straight ninja style, not seen from behind the goal, and they're on the board with 7 seconds into the match.
Indeed, great job there. Oh, like you said, only 7 seconds. Quick Quick conversion there by the Scottsdale Slither. It is going to be the JCJ going with a hot left down, doing a quick relay here. Slowing it down, though, is Yuji. Yuji going to the cross over to Saprum. Saprum opts for that reset, but a quick pass and interception by Unknown, clearing it through mid.
And good pick there, and I think the Slither coming out there. Good stack. They are known for their fast stacks, and as always, Unknown and Foxy, like you talked about before, with that good chemistry, you're going to be the first ones to it. Foxy's going to pick up that three-pointer and put them up by 5 here with 2 unanswered goals by the Slither. And the Slither's strategy tonight, they have got to hold down Yuji. If they can hold down Yuji, they've got a good chance here kind of walking away with a little bit with this game. I will see how JCJ adjusts as they come out there on the Joust advantage, sending it over to the far side. Slipperman, the far side tunnel again, tries to send one through. Gunny's there on the read, going to turn it right back around through the center. Long sailing clear, gets bottled up there by a couple of the Geos, going to get picked up by Empty, and JCJ's turning it right back around as they try to kick it through the center. Derpy's going to pick it up, drop it to Gunny there on the back line, looking for options, get under harassment there, is going to get the disc away to Unknown. Unknown coming in from the far side shoulder, under harassment as well, but Foxy there to help out a teammate, picks it up, drops it to Derpy there across the center. Derpy gets to the near side boot, does not like what he sees, kicks it back to Gunny. Over to you, Cool.
Derpy does get that pass off too. I think he was trying to connect there to Foxy, or maybe going for the underhand into goal, but ultimately not connecting there. It's going to be the JCJ trying to get that cleared out, but it is going to be recovered here by Foxy, just walking it forward, does not have any pressure. It looks like he's going to go for the pass on. Oh, what a shot there by Derpy boy. Did not have numbers advantage, but was able to convert there. Up 7-0 here is the Scottsdale Slither.
Yeah, and great read there. Derpy under pressure, going to roll in from the far side and find that bottom corner to put him up by 7. Still no answer here from JCJ, who had a particularly strong showing against the Aspen Sparrows, winning 57-40 last week. So I think they're trying to find their legs here a little bit. We'll see if...
Oh, I don't know if Nails just cut out for everybody or just me. Oh, he dropped. Oh, okay, so it is going to be cleared all the way through onto the JCJ side. MTI recovers it, but that stack there of Foxy and Unknown goes for the shot, but it's just a little wide. It is going to be recovered by Gunny. Gunny going for the cross over to Unknown. Unknown gets pressured over to Foxy. Foxy getting stunned out, and the disc is free. It is recovered by Unknown. Is he going to go for the reset? No, he's going to opt for the cross over to Foxy, putting it in for another 2 points here for a 9-0 lead to the Scottsdale Slither.
Did I leave you for a second?
You indeed did.
I did. I'm sorry. I just popped smoke and then just Irish goodbye you. You're welcome. but I am back. Going out JCJ on the Joust advantage again, looking to lead that right out. Bottled up there, trying to get to the near side tunnel. Good pickup as they're trying to recover there. Gunny's going to be trying to find that mail slot, not able to find it. Off the bounce, Foxy's going to miss that one. Looking for the backboard on a very close shot. Going to result in a turnover here. We've got a loose disc down in the center. Foxy's going to get there first, looking for redemption, trying to find some options. Backs it over into the traps, going to kick it back out to Gunny. Gunny still looking for options as well. Very much controlling the tempo here for Scottsdale Slither as they're controlling possession here and really denying any shots coming out of JCJ, as they have yet to find a way to get into the orange side bubble up to the ceiling. Foxy gets robbed by Empty. He's going to empty those pockets, but not quite able to hold on to it. Foxy's going to come back, pick that back up to Gunny. Gunny coming in from the bottom, looks to the far side, unable to connect. A little bit shallow there on the shot. It's going to bounce right back into the blue side bubble. They're still looking for options here as Empty tries to clear one along the floor. Ineffective, just barely making it to the neutral line. It's going to get turned around by Scottsdale, so they're cool.
It's going to be tapped out there by the JCJ. MTI, though, is going to go for the reset all the way back to Phenom. Phenom does not get it cleared through. Gunny saw on the back line, does recover that stack pressure. He's going to juke and does make some room for himself, doing some juking and jiving. Foxy getting the duck. He's going to go for the one-on-one. He is. Goes to that bottom pocket, ultimately putting him up here 11-0 with 3 minutes and 15 seconds left on the clock.
Great work by the Scottsdale Slither there. You saw Foxy post up at the barrier as the rest of the team came in, started looking to perturb the goalie and open a lane for Foxy to find that bottom corner. That's some great teamwork and great comms coming out of Scottsdale Slither. Characteristic for that team as they are really looking to frustrate the defenses out there in their conference. JCJ trying to get one in, sends it right back, tries to get broken up, and Yuji finds success there, putting the JCJ on the board for 2, going one-on-one with the goalie. Maybe the start here of a comeback for JCJ. 2.5 minutes left in the first quarter.
They may be down, but definitely not out. Fadon getting that tap back to Yuji, and Yuji didn't have numbers there, but still pushed the goal, was able to capitalize there. Foxy is going to send it hot left. There is nobody there to grab it, but Gunny does have the lane and shoots it. Oh, just a little wide off the backboard. The JCJ are going to get the tap back, but Foxy on backline is going to recover it. Nobody's pushing him. He is going to opt for the cross pass, though. Derby boy getting pressured here by the stack a little bit. Goes for the pass to Foxy. Foxy also has pressure on him. What a calculated pass there. Great job by Foxy. Derpy does recover it. Does have pressure. It's going to go for the back pass. Oh, to Gunny. But oh, what a stun there by Empty Eye. Does get that cleared all the way through right tunnel, but those stacks of unknown, and I think Derpy was there first. Or obviously not, because Derpy's on the other side of the field. But he does get the ender off and does get the pass to Foxy. Foxy has a 3-on-1, goes for the bounce and gets it in for 2 points. What a shot.
Great shot there from up top there. Foxy finding the bank open. Going to dump one there. Really looking to use that backboard all day today. And we've seen Foxy do some amazing things there with the backboard. And again, the Scottsdale Slither just keeping a lot of pressure here on JCJ and not really allowing them to get anything together here. JCJ sending some long passes there. Gets through, looking for a long shot again. Going to get denied by Gunny coming up, playing that great D, and Yuji there meets him. Going to come out of the stun first. Picks up the loose disc, looking for options, tries to send one behind the goal, not going to quite connect, as Gunny's going to pick that up and send it right through, down to the bottom, back into the blue side bubble. Nobody's home. Unopposed, Gunny picking up his own clear, 4-2, puts him up by 13. 1 minute left here in the first quarter.
That was such a dime of a clear, straight through mid, under that bottom Geo there. What a great clear. I honestly thought it was going to be in off of the pyramid. It's going to be Fadon sending it hot left up to Suprum. Suprum does not have lane. There is a goal. I don't quite know why he shot that. But it is going to be cleared. Try to be cleared. It is going to be stuck in. Trap there. Unknown is going to recover it. But oh, Empty. What a snag there. And does get it sent over to Fadon. Fadon to you. Oh, what a Geo there. Somebody contact Rad. It is going to be recovered by Foxy. That stack of Foxy and Unknown. They are going to chain and get to the disc first, but there's not an open goal opportunity. They do have a 2-on-2. Coming in hot is the stack. Goes for the cross pass over to Unknown. Unknown goes for the shot, but it's just a little bit low. Empty Eye is going to get a hand on it, but oh, look at there. Gunny saw on the back line. Recovers it. Slows it down. Goes for the crosses. They're going to get one more. Are they? Derby goes for it and does get it for another 2 points here. 17-2 at the end of the first round. We're going to go to a quick word from our sponsors real quick. We'll be right back, guys.
If you call one of us, just remember, you've invited the whole pack.
And we are back. Welcome back to round two, quarter two, between Scottsdale Slither and JCJ. A little bit of a timeout there as we reset the scores. They went back to 0. We'll get that taken care of. In the meantime, while we got some time, what we've seen so far, pretty heavy-handed offense coming out of the Scottsdale Slither against JCJ. JCJ yet to find an answer to this aggressive Scottsdale Slither offense and the very stalwart Slither defense, trying to work their way inside the bubble, just really breaking up a lot of those passes. Cool, what have you been seeing?
Yeah, it's just been an incredible, the Scottsdale Slither have just really been having those stacks together and just utilizing their chemistry. Also, the JCJ are having to run quick rollouts because their stack pressure is so fast. And that's what the JCJ are struggling with right now, is that any kind of turnover Scottsdale Slither is really, capitalizing on those turnovers and converting.
They have, and they've been doing a good job of just really keeping the pressure on UG's side of the arena, really denying usually those long passes to find those open lanes on the goal. And UG, for his part, been doing a great work there of picking up those loose discs, really challenging that back line a lot more and putting a little more pressure on the bubble. UG with the only 2 points for JCJ so far this game, as they try to find an answer here, coming back out with these very aggressive rollouts like you were talking about before. I've seen a lot of clears through the center, and Gunny has been doing a great job working that back line. JCJ has got to find the sides of the arena to get those clears through and get those stacks together. They've, at the end of the first quarter, started doing a little bit better job of meeting those very quick slither stacks and meeting them back in the bubble, at least making them work for it there inside the bubble and not leaving those open goals. They're going to have to continue to do that and really start hitting some long threes and finding those lanes and opening up your hot shooter there, Yuji, to put those threes on the board and start to close down this gap prior to rolling into halftime.
Yeah, that is exactly a strategic move that they definitely need to utilize. Here we are. It looks like they're adjusting the round numbers and scores here in game. I did lose the stats there for them, but Foxy just straight up popping off for the Scottsdale Slither. It looks like they're adjusting the rest of the rules, and then we should be ready. Yeah, here we go. We got the ready ups coming in, and we're about to be back in for this second round here of 4.
Coming in hot. We'll take you back to the action here in the arena as here comes the countdown. Neutral joust, second quarter. Slither with a commanding lead here. JCJ looking for options, coming out with the neutral joust, and again Slither first 1-0 with that hot stack coming in. Picking up the disc there, uncontested in the center. Good bounce over to Gunny on the far side. Looking for options. Good cut across to Unknown. And Unknown's going to sail in 1v1 versus the goalie there as the Slither draw the defense outside of the bubble. They're up by 17.
Indeed, up by 17. That was a really fast conversion there. 9 seconds. Some great stacks and getting through. It is going to be the JCJ here with their first offensive joust. Phenom sending it high right to Suprum. Suprum connecting over to Yuji. Yuji going across to MTI. MTI just trying to pull out a man. Oh, what a great Dusty there by Yuji before he puts it in for another 2 points for the JCJ.
Yuji, great work there, and I think it's going to come down, like you said, it's going to be to Yuji. He's got to get this team firing on all 4 cylinders here, rolling into, or 6 or 8, whatever your engine type of preference is, to get the JCJ rolling here. And it's going to be a lot of that. Yuji challenging the bubble, working his way in, finding those angles and putting points on the board, regardless of the Slither defenses they are putting up here. As the Slither come out again with a joust advantage. And yeah, what's up to Mom Squad? UG Mom is not here, but we do have Zen Mom and Jeep Girls in the mix. Saying what's up as Foxy puts another 2 on from behind the goal there off a great send from Derby Boy. They're back up by 17. Looking for the answer from the JCJ, still trying to get out of the blocks.
Yeah, that was a great job there by the Scottsdale Slither. Gunny backed it all the way out from bubble, slowed it down. They were able to capitalize there. JCJ sending it hot mid to empty, but no, Foxy and Unknown there on the recovery. It is going to be recovered by Unknown, going for the walk-in for another 2 points. Oh, but ding dong goal post, the best goalie in A, indeed.
Oh, that hurts. Wide open there. Waited a little bit too long coasting that in. Pay for it. Still got a commanding lead, 17 points there. You see they're able to break it up at the midfield. No problems there re-attaining possession of the disc as they come sailing back in. Again, Derpy off the bank shot. Sends one from behind the goal after drawing the goalie out there. Great read. Sends that in for another 2 points.
Yeah, that was a great shot placement there by Derpy. Like you said, he did pull that goalie out and opted for the backboard, ultimately getting them another 2 points. Like I said at the beginning of this, I did not think that this was going to be a blowout, but the JCJ has definitely got to break this momentum here. Phenom sending it hot left over to MTI. MTI going for the cross pass over to Suprum. Suprum has a 2v2, but here comes the stacks. He goes for the cross. Oh, but the steal and yoink by Foxy. He is going to try to get that sent out, but it is going to be Phenom on the back line recovering it. He's going to walk it forward, no pressure. Sending it over to Suprum. Suprum sending it across to Empty. Empty goes for the backboard, but not on Gunny Saws. Watch, he's going to get that and send it forward. Recovered by Empty. Empty going for crossover. Oh, ultimately off somebody's head, I think. But it is going to be a free disc. Foxy does get the recovery and sends it all the way through right tunnel.
And it's sailing down through right tunnel. Here comes the JCJ defense on those stacks. Get back just in time. The disc has other plans as it takes a wild bounce there off. Gio's going to get picked up by Slither. Slither is going to pick that up and bring it right back in. Gunny and Derby working together for another 2 points there on the board. Yeah, and I mean, like you were saying, JCJ, very commanding start this season. And tonight, just not quite finding the rhythm. I think a lot of that is the Slither really breaking up those passes, those long passes, and denying a lot of those lanes for JCJ. And I don't think the JCJ were quite expecting that or really kind of had a game plan ready for that contingency. See them working it in here again. That strong defense from the Slither gets broken up inside the bubble. Good pickup there by Phenom, coming in as NEPA's own. Oh, and then who's tried to, I think that was Supram, tried to set that long. And gonna get denied there by the bubble. Tries to move it forward again. It's gonna get picked up by Unknown. He's gonna sling it through the far side tunnel. Here come those stacks from the Slither. Gunny, far side, backs it back out, takes a little trip around the post. Gonna get broken up, recovered there by Foxy. Foxy gets denied by the ding ring. And they are trying again here as it floats all the way back out to the far side tunnel. JCJ is gonna get their first. Juggy send it into the bubble. But, oh, nice breakup. Faye, was that Faye coming in, breaking that up off a stack? Great work. Cool.
Great stack work there by, look like Phenom and Empty. Trying to get it cleared out, but that's Supram. And it looks like Phenom doing, oh, unfortunate there. Gunny on the back line does have it, but doesn't get it cleared through. It is going to be recovered by the JCJ. Oh, Empty gets it pushed forward to Yuji. Yuji's going to opt to slow it down, goes to the reset, back to Phenom. Phenom's going to try to pull out Derpy Boy. If not, he's just going to, you know, he's taking his sweet time. He's looking for an open passing lane, trying to beat his man. Oh, that was trying to connect there to Empty. Unfortunately, off the nose. He does go for the reset one more time, but it is going to be stuck down in trap. Who's going to get it? It's going to be Foxy. Oh, he tried to hold that ender, but ultimately got stunned out. Oh, trying to connect there to Yuji, but just a little while. Gunny is going to have that and sends it all the way through mid.
Good pickup there in the mid, and it takes a quick bobble there off the double diamond. Substance can be able to get there, turn it right back around. Empty sends it forward. Trying to get those passes together. Again, just slightly off the mark there. Good read by Supram's going to pick up that bounce off the far side wall. Back to Empty. Empty looking to dial it in. We got a crowded bubble. It's a social. Phenom coming in. NEPA zone. Phenom dropping it in for two. Coming in with a nice slam dunk from behind the goal.
Yeah, great job there by Phenom and Empty. Looking for the open passes, the open man to convert. If anybody knows anything about, you know, being down and out, it would definitely be, you know, these teams, because as you know, this is all based off of point differential. So Scottsdale Slither's trying to, you know, make the point. Well, another 3 points there. Great shot by Gunny Saw. Because that's how all this is, you know, dependent upon who gets into the finals in the end. It's all by point differential. So the more points you get and the wider the spread, the better it is for your team.
Yeah, and the Slither coming in tonight at a deficit for the point differential by 17 points. Easily making up for that right now, the 28-6 lead, as they are trying to put this away here. Going into halftime, JCJ's really got to put some points on the board to close this gap and start changing the momentum of this game. See them bring a little bit more pressure here, but not able to convert. Some of those passes going a little bit errant, and again, that Slither stack, Foxy and Unknown by themselves, excuse me. Is that Foxy and Unknown? I guess off a clear from Gunny. Unknown's going to pick that up. Foxy and Unknown, just a terror house of a stack. A little bit everywhere in the arena, and it's just a lot for, I think, for JCJ to keep up with. They got to do something to slow down that stack, and when you're coming out of the orange side of the arena, you got to start stunning dudes. Slow those stacks down, give yourself some time to get back as JCJ comes out with the Jops advantage. Cool.
Indeed, JCJ does have numbers advantage here. 2-on-1 is going to convert here, 31-8. Just here, 7 seconds is all it took to make that conversion. We got 20 seconds left on the clock. It is going to be the Scottsdale Slither. We're going to have about 9 seconds to get this job done here right before halftime.
Nailed it. 9 seconds exactly. I just I'm appalled by your math skills, or impressed. I guess impressed is the word I was
Oh,
looking for.
yeah. Well, that's my skill set. Math and science.
And with that, we'll take us to halftime. We'll be right back with a extended commercial break. We'll come back for some analysis over halftime, tell you what we saw and what we're looking forward to in the second half. Be right back.
Seconds. This one is loose in the destroyer zone. Collected by Saluna. Stunned out. Picked up by Game. Stunned out. Zenith with it.
This is it. Try to clear it.
Cleared out. 20 seconds. Game gets it back here. Game turning it around. Sends this one in off of the floor. Gets it to Rosie Hope. Rosie has Zenith pressuring. 13 seconds. Sending this one in. Stunned out. No. What a shield there from Acorn.
Oh, no.
That's the victory. What's the clock? What's the clock?
That's it. That's it.
In the last seconds, the Orlando Cyclones come back 33-32. Are you kidding me?
What?
I've got nothing. You know, forget finals. What was that? What was that? No, not anymore. No.
Look at that.
Put me on camera. Put me on
that.
camera. That was unbelievable. I cannot believe what just happened. I cannot believe what just happened.
On that read. We are back. Welcome to the Big St. Charles halftime report. I am Nails. I'm here with Cool. We got AJ there on the cams and production. You guys just saw a great lineup there for the 2023 NEPA Charity Cup LAN at Union Station. That's right. We have grown beyond the Busch Stadium and we're taking over Union Station's 350,000 square foot venue. Got plenty of things to do. It's St. Louis, Missouri, March 10th to the 12th this year. There are discounts on the NEPA code for the hotel rooms. So don't forget to look those up. Go to our website. And Big St. Charles Motorsports is sponsoring that Saturday night LAN party, after party. It's going to be a big 80s themed event. So don't forget to go shopping before you get there. More to be announced soon. We got free food, giveaways, prizes, DJs, and more, all for free. It's going to be a great time. For those of you who didn't go to last year's LAN, talk to your friends. It was dope. I've been to Union Station out there, seen the venue. It is dope. And this year is going to be, you guessed it, dope. So you're not going to want to miss it. This year's Charity Cup is benefiting Crush and Heal, competing for mental health and recovery in virtual reality and beyond. And with that first half here, we've seen quite the run up here from the Scottsdale Slither, really firing on all assets of the game here. Scoring, they're stunning. the good passes there, breaking up those plays, great turnovers and steals. And Junction City Juggernauts kind of facing the strategy that they need to use against the Slither. Need to start breaking up those stuns there in the backfield to kind of start, or excuse me, breaking up those stacks in the backfield to with stuns to slow down the Scottsdale Slither and give themselves some time to operate there, and really getting UG some lanes here to open up some threes and start closing this gap. Cool. What have you been seeing?
Yeah, man. Scottsdale Slither has just been a powerhouse tonight, man. Their stack pressure is insane, and it's definitely what is killing the JCJ right now. They're trying to get it through mid, but man, that's the stacks of the Scottsdale Slither are just punishing almost every one of the rollouts from the JCJ. I'm sure I wouldn't be surprised if we maybe see a timeout just so they can, try to figure out how that they can, better go into the second half and try to turn this around.
Yeah, and coming in the second half and see what they come out with. I mean, they had a nice long timeout here at halftime. Plenty of time to discuss it. And a change here. Yes, there we go. Maybe something's working here as we saw the JCJ first ones to the neutral joust there for the first time this match. They are going to pick that up, work it back into the bubble, gets turned back around, but Empty's going to pick it up there at the neutral zone, bring it in. Whoa, going for the Dusty, not able to find the goal there as Gunny is on patrol inside the orange goal. They're going to try to send that back out. No dice, still looking for effective clear out of Scottsdale Slither. Again, takes a bad bounce off the double diamond. Good pickup by Faye. Faye, the little fadeaway pass, kicks it over to Supram. Supram looking for options, sends it back over to Faye. Faye is not going to get there in time. We got ourselves a loose disc on the near side in the scramble. Faye picks up that clear. It's going to send it right back in. Come Supram with a bounce for two. And they are on the board first in the second half. JCJ did some talking in the halftime, and they are coming out looking like a different team right now.
That was a great tap there under double coverage from Phenom, able to get that down into the bubble, and Supram able to put that in for 2 more points here. It is going to be Scottsdale coming out. Foxy has a disc. Look, nobody's pressuring him. Does have that stack. Is just going to try to bait them out. Does get that sent to right tunnel, but connecting over to unknown. Looks like Derpy is hassling that stack. Does have the stack held back. Oh, he does get stunned out, though. Opting back for that reset to Foxy. Foxy's going to send it low. And oh, what a shot by Gunny Saw. 10 meters out.
Good send to the top pocket there. It's going to take a little ding in for Gunny there. Another 3-pointer. You see the Slither playing a little bit slower right now. I think they're comfortable with their lead. And from JCJ's standpoint, this is where they need to put the pressure on. The Slither have gotten themselves to a comfortable place, and they are not expecting a super aggressive JCJ offense. And again, getting bottled up over there in the far side tunnel. Going to get a quick change of possession there, but not able to hold on to it as Slither are going to send it back through. And again, to the blue side bubble as JCJ recovers. This is where they need to turn on the thrusters and start bringing the pressure to the Slither. You catch them while they are starting to back off a little bit and force them to put that accelerator back on and keep it up for the remainder of the game by closing this gap on the points. Good steal, the ceiling there from Supram, trying to get away from it or get away with it.
And he was doing some turning.
Yeah, he was making me dizzy. What was going on?
I think he might have lost the disc and was still trying to juke out whoever he thought was on him. Derpy does get the stun and the interception, gets it sent through. The Foxy and Unknown stack go right past the disc. It is going to be recovered here by Supram. Supram trying to get that sent out through right tunnel, but just cleaves station. It is ultimately going to be stuck in tunnel, but Gunny Saw is going to recover it. Looking for an open pass. Is going to pull Yuji all the way back. Does find Unknown there. He's going to walk it forward. Opting back for the reset to Gunny. All the way back in the bubble. Gunny pulling out his man. Unknown. Walking it forward. Goes for the pass over into right tunnel, but it is going to be recovered by Empty. Empty goes for the cross over to Supram. Supram has room. Goes for the cross over to Yuji, but Yuji was not expecting it to be that low. Gunny does get the clear. Not actually, because Phenom's on the back line.
Good pass there up to the center, and they are beating up the bubble here. Good send, and Faye is going to send a heater in. Gunny's going to get a hand on it, and maybe a hand on it, or maybe it hit the helmet. I didn't see that,
Yeah.
But either way, the net result is 2 points for JCJ, bringing them back within 24. They are slowing down the roll here for the Slither. The Slither inching ever closer to that 40-point mark, and a lot of work here for the JCJ still coming back in.
A lot of work indeed. They do have a 2-on-1 go. He tried to go for the backboard there, but it is going to be slapped in for by Unknown for another 2 points. 38-12 here. Just a 10-second possession time to conversion, but the JCJ is going to have to do something on this offensive rollout.
They are. They got 2 quarters left here, and then Slither's still proven that they can turn it on and turn it off when they need to there. See that quick 10-second turnaround. It's going to result in a 2-pointer. Good long pass there through the center. Suprum's going to pick that up on the far side. It's got options over on the near side. Yuji looking for options, and Foxy's going to break that up before he can get it over to Yuji. Doesn't quite get it clear through, but it's all Slither all day long. It's 3v2, now 2v2 into the bubble, and Derpy's going to have options, sends it to the pocket, opts to go 1v1, and that'll put it back up to that 4-0 mark.
Indeed, Juicefer, he loves to see that first to 40 rule. But the JCJ are going to have this rollout. I don't know what they're going to do here, but it seems like as soon as if they go for quick rollouts like they just did, they're having their men down into the bubble, or at least down on that side. If they can get it through mid, they've been able to inch it forward. Maybe I just casting cursed them, but it is going to be Derpy
off. Gunny there with another 2-pointer rolling in under pressure, sending it right to the pocket for another 2 points. Just how commanding they've been with controlling the flow and the tempo of this game against the JCJ. And the JCJ really haven't been able to get out of the blocks and utilize those fast acts we've seen before, and utilize a lot of those long passes and good sends that we see them do all last season and we're accustomed to seeing out of the JCJ. So great work by the Slither, just having a very strong strategy rolling in tonight's game. JCJ sending one inside the bubble there. Gunny doing great work as always. The entire game picking up that goalie roll, sends it forward. Derpy's going to get a hold of or get loose and send it out just before it comes under pressure. Gets jumped. It's going to take a bad bounce. Empty's going to pick it up, send it through the center. Again, gets denied right in the neutral zone, but Empty there to pick it up again. Tries to send it forward under pressure. Gets robbed. Derpy with the sticky glove sends it forward. Unknown.
What a bounce.
Round back. Not quite with the bounce, but that was a great try. Cool.
Great effort there. Sent all the way back down into the bubble. They do have numbers right now. Goes for the cross. Yuji shoots it for another 2 points for the JCJ here. Trying to make that point deficit just a little less here, as that is how, finals are decided, is by point differential first. So, Scottsdale Slither is trying to inch away as much as they can because they really want that point differential to be positive and in their favor.
Yeah, indeed, and rolling with the 17-point positive point differential now. They have got to keep that as close as possible. Both of these teams, like we talked about earlier, coming in off a win off the first week. Still very obviously super early in the season.
A shot. Unfortunate shot there by Supro. Wah, wah. You're right. It is going to be trying to get cleared there. Man, I thought that was a whole court shot there by Yuji. I thought it was going to go in, but it is going to be recovered here by Foxy. Foxy's going to do some juking and jiving, going for the 1-on-1. He is.
Yep.
Waiting for the stun there.
Waiting for the goalie to get stunned out. Waiting on your teammate to help you out. And great work there. But like you said, that point differential is very, very key. And right now, I think the JCJ are just playing to keep that point differential as close as they can. 4 minutes here left in the fourth quarter. Not really. I think the big thing here for JCJ is they learned, I think, a lot about their strategy for tonight. When you have typically what we see out of the JCJ, right? They, some very fast stacks, on the long send there. But typically they are used to finding those lanes with those long passes and opening up those lanes across the arena for their heavy shooters. Again, sending the long one, not quite able to make it. Not going to find success there on that long three. But that's typically what we see out of the JCJ, primarily going to Yuji. And I think the Slither tonight have been doing an excellent job of not just keeping the pressure on Yuji. Yuji, again, coming in, bringing that heat. It's going to try and send one into the goal. It's going to go a little bit wide, not able to connect. But keeping Yuji pinned down to these 2-pointers and not really giving him an option to send those long threes, and really breaking up those long passes from the JCJ and breaking up their strategy. So the Slither obviously did their homework for tonight, and I don't think the JCJ had a good answer.
I agree with that. The JCJ did try to roll out a shovel play, but ultimately not being able to capitalize on it. They do have numbers here. Goes for the bat. Tried to hit the backboard off the pyramid, but it's just a little wide. It is. I thought it was going to be recovered there, but it is going to be Unknown getting that clear, sent all the way down into the JCJ's bubble. It is going to be recovered here by Unknown and capitalizing on it for another 3 points here for the Scottsdale Slither.
Great anchor shot there from Unknown. It's going to post up, find that shallow angle, and answer with a 3. Great read, 51-18. It is mathematically impossible for them to come back, I think, at this point.
Yeah.
He said in falsetto.
In falsetto. You can't make me laugh. I'm going to cough. Oh, man, it is going to be sent all the way through. Foxy goes for the open 2-point shot here. They do have such a great point deficit right now. What they're going to do? They're just going to try to continue to put points on the board so that they can build up that point differential for just the second week of the season. It's going to be pretty great for them to be, at least a positive 50 after this game.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And they are, as a team that went in as a wild card last season into the finals and won that wild card game and then got eliminated on the round after that, they are in the hunt for definitely trying to be contenders for the championship game. They were contenders last year, couldn't quite make it happen. So they are hungry, and they've got a little bit of a chip on their shoulder trying to come back in, and they really want to take the championship this year. They don't want to leave anything to chance, and so you're going to see them run up the score here. JCJ, again, another great contender. UG coming in, good send.
What a read.
Oh, Foxy and Gunny coming out of the goal, going to put that two-man pressure, break up that play, sends the long clear, and they're looking for another shot here off the far side. Oh, super. All right, that's all right. I see you. Going to read that one all day like a book and break up that play, send it back forward. And here's the JCJ, like those kind of plays like that are what bit them all night. So you see a great turnover here on the blue side of the arena. They move it forward, and as they're getting through the tunnel, just a little bit of a scuffle and a fumble there at the disc, which slows them down and allows a team with fast stacks to get back and break up that play.
Yeah, last 24 seconds here on the clock, trying to make another conversion here. It is going to be Gunny going for the drive. What a top pocket here for another 2 points here, sealing the deal here. There's not going to be any time left on the clock, I think, to roll out. I think the ending score here is going to be 55-18 in light of the Scottsdale Slither.
And you are correct. That takes us to the end of the match here. And you know, tonight's game, like fantastic work from the Slither. And, you know, I think they had just an incredible rollout here and an answer for the JCJ. You know, JCJ coming in off of, like I talked about before, a 17-point win over the Aspen Sparrows, and they had all the answers and more tonight from the Slither against the JCJ. And the biggest thing I think was just keeping UG on a short leash, and they did a great work of shutting down UG's lanes, but also shutting down those passing lanes for JCJ, and they were never able to kind of get that classic, you know, bait and switch, as we like to see them use, where they draw out the defense and then send that long cross to an open lane for some of their heavy shooters, and that was shut down all night tonight by the Scottsdale. So they're either reading the play or just having those fast acts available across the center open area. And if we had to choose a player tonight, I think my player tonight for the game, or player of the game, dude, I think Gunny, man. Gunny, 12 points of his own, 4 assists, 5 saves, and then we only have the stuns from the last 3 quarters, but just 5 saves in the last 3 quarters alone from Gunny. Just doing some great work, frustrating that JCJ offense, and really playing some amazing backline tonight, which is where I really thought he shined, was breaking up those plays in the neutral zone and catching the JCJ in transition, and that is so much to the backline player, and Gunny did an amazing job of doing that tonight. So Gunny gets my vote for Old Tower Auto Motorsport Stuntman Award.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to echo you on player of the game. Definitely Gunny Saw, and like you said, these are just stats from the last 3 rounds. Everybody on the Scottsdale Slither had stats before we had to do the reset. So that's just what's on the last three quarters here. But I also agree, Holtzauer Stuntman Award definitely is going to go to Gunny Saw from the Scottsdale Slither.
And there you have it. Congrats, Gunny. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to roll over to interviews here with the Scottsdale Slither. We'll get that set up. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. And we are back. I'm Nails. I'm here with Cool Whip. And we have got your winning Scottsdale Slither for tonight, coming out with a commanding second week win over the JCJ. They came off a commanding first week win. So the Scottsdale Slither now 2-0 rolling into the season and leading the point deficit there for their conference. Fellas, congratulations. Outstanding work. Let me get out of the way. Gunny, congrats on taking the Stuntman Trophy home for tonight. Excellent work tonight there on the back line, as always, and doing some great captain work, great goalie work, and putting in goals as well. Kind of just hitting all facets of the game. Nice work. Well-deserved tonight, and congratulations to you. But, fellas, rolling in for tonight's game, obviously you guys had a very clear strategy for the JCJ rolling in tonight's game. Talk to us a little bit about what you guys had rolling in and what you knew was going to work for tonight and what you saw.
I mean, we really just came in and played it by ear. We've played them before, so we know what was going on. But I mean, we still haven't played much as a team. Derpy's still new to the team. We haven't played much with them yet. So it was kind of guessing as we went in. We were kind of just saying what worked best for us all and tried our best to counter what they were doing.
Yeah, and we saw some very, very fast stacks from you guys tonight. Great work and coverage there across the kind of open air in the middle of the arena, and breaking up a lot of those long passes from the JCJ. So we also noticed you guys did some great work there, kind of shutting down their primary long shooter there, UG, and breaking up those plays there across the center. Talk to me a little bit about your placement and that game plan and those stacks there across the center to break up those plays and catch in transition.
I don't know if Gunny has anything to say about it. I go based off just what's going on at the moment. I kind of just go off instinct. I don't actually.
That's really what we did.
Plan it.
Seat of the pants. I like it. I like it. The no plan game plan, which turns out it works. Outstanding, fellas. Sorry, Gunny, I didn't mean to cut you off. Do you have anything?
Oh no, it was really just we knew about that long shooter. We knew how they played. Knew that they usually have one or two guys down. So I just stayed back and then just expected them to rush the next pass. And then
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. And you guys rolling in here for your third game next week. Talk to me kind of about how your chemistry is gelling. I know every team kind of had some swaps on players. You're talking about Derby being new to the team and getting that chemistry underway. Where do you guys think you kind of stand on that chemistry scale? You think you're about there? Do you guys think a little more work to do, or what going in here to your third game here at the beginning of the season?
I don't think that we're doing too bad, but there's still a lot of improvement. I mean, you're never done improving. You can keep going. I mean, we have a lot left that we can do, but we're getting pretty good so far. But there's a lot left we can do.
Yeah, it definitely looked like the chemistry is coming along for tonight, and then obviously rolling into next week. Still an undefeated team, 2-0, and firing all cylinders. So congrats to you guys. I'll kick it back to you guys. Any parting shots or parting words you guys have? I know it's still early in the season, but you guys are looking real nice here for Series 3.
I don't think so.
I mean, we win.
Yep. Somebody, anybody. Hey, what is your favorite Slurpee flavor? Boom.
ooh,
Oh,
Yeah. That's a brain turner, huh?
Coke.
Blue raspberry.
Can I pick like a combo? Is that-
Yeah. You can pick a
I'm gonna say like cherry and Coke.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, twinsies.
There you go. Cherry and Coke Slurpee, the official flavor of the Scottsdale Slither. You are welcome. Thanks for joining us tonight, and congrats again, guys. Outstanding showing for tonight. Looking forward to seeing you guys in week 3. Nice work, and congrats again, Gunny, for taking home the Stuntman Award.
Thank you.
All right, guys. With that, we will take a quick break again, and we will get ready for tonight's second matchup. Coming to you. Let me see what it is because I didn't memorize it because I'm a terrible host.
6:45 in 15 minutes.
In 15 minutes, and who do we got? We have got the Ottawa Frost with Columbus Fire coming up tonight. You're not going to miss it. Coming up in 15 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Scared of the side effect of side-by-side hair? Not when you have a Kawasaki. Your love of your Kawasaki Teryx 1000 will save you from side-by-side hair. Enjoy your Kawasaki on all types of terrain and magically eliminate the chance of messy, unwanted side-by-side hair. Go green this summer with Kawasaki. Get your favorite Kawasaki motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at AAA Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois.
Yeah! Side-by-side hair, just don't care.
One American with a burning desire to save the world from high prices. He is the stuntman that saved the world. He is looking to destroy high prices. A man that brought the world together because of his love for Kawasaki. One man strapped to a 2021 Teryx KRX 1000. The stuntman that saved the world. Get your favorite Kawasaki motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at NEPAvrpro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois.
If you really want to find out what you're made of, you can forget the personality tests and social media quizzes. Because the only way you're ever going to know is by heading into the big, wild, raging, so damn beautiful it hurts world and finding out for yourself. Were you born to follow a path, or were you born free? These are the things we thought about when we made the new Grand Cherokee. Made for what you're made of.
Harley-Davidson builds bikes that are meant to ride. There are vehicles your parents would recommend you drive. Then there are the motorcycles your crazy uncle who gave you fireworks for your birthday tells you to ride. You wouldn't want to let your uncle down, would you? If your need is speed, chrome, and custom paint, check out all of the new and pre-owned bikes at Greenmount Road Harley-Davidson in O'Fallon, Illinois. Don't let your uncle down. Get to Greenmount.
Hold on a minute. Did we hear that right? Dodge is making an electric car?
We're talking hypothetical, right?
Surely you jest. Dodge? You mean the people who devised the legendary 426 Hemi and sunk it into a sublime missile? You mean the Dodge that created the Hellcat Red Eye and the most powerful muscle car in the world? Makers of the 840 horsepower wheel-standing Demon? Why on God's green earth would Dodge ever build an electric car? Anybody? Any thoughts out there? Hello? Just remember, you've invited the whole pack.
Access the largest motorsports inventory in America. We're authorized dealers for Can-Am, Honda, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Sea-Doo, and more. Get the best deals these brands have to offer. Browse through our inventory to find exactly what you're looking for. One American with a burning desire to save the world from high prices. He is the stuntman that saved the world. A man that brought the world together because of his love for Honda. One man with 4 wheels strapped to a parallel twin engine. The stuntman that saved the world. Get your favorite Honda motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at AAA Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois.
We don't have to worry about predators like our ancestors did. No saber-toothed tigers stalking from the brush. No dire wolves circling the camp. There are no more monsters to fear. And so, we have to build our own.
Tired of the side effect of side-by-side hair? Not when you have a Kawasaki. Your love of your Kawasaki Teryx 1000 will save you from side-by-side hair. Enjoy your Kawasaki on all types of terrain and magically eliminate the chance of messy, unwanted side-by-side hair. Go green this summer with Kawasaki. Get your favorite Kawasaki motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at AAA Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois.
Yeah! Side-by-side hair, just don't care.
One American with a burning desire to save the world from high prices. He is the stuntman that saved the world. He is looking to destroy high prices. A man that brought the world together because of his love for Kawasaki. One man strapped to a 2021 Teryx KRX 1000. The stuntman that saved the world. Get your favorite Kawasaki motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at AAA Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois.
If you really want to find out what you're made of, you can forget the personality tests and social media quizzes. Because the only way you're ever going to know is by heading into the big, wild, raging, so damn beautiful it hurts world and finding out for yourself. Were you born to follow a path, or were you born free? These are the things we thought about when we made the new Grand Cherokee. Made for what you're made.
And
All
right, welcome back. We are back. It is me, Nails, and I am here with not Cool Whip. It's Glean. Surprise! And we're keeping it fresh, keeping it new. You never know. And but no, Cool is she's recovering. Good on you. Thanks, Cool, for making it happen. First match. I got Glean here for the second match, and we are coming into the Ottawa Frost versus the Columbus Fire for tonight's matchup. Glean, tell us about these two teams for tonight. Also, welcome. Good to see you.
Thank you, thank you.
Hashtag pleasantries.
Thank you for having me. I mean, it's a pleasure to be joining tonight, and things are going to be very interesting here tonight because we have two teams that are currently undefeated. I know it's we're just past the first week of the season. It's only one game, but these two teams have felt like they have been just rivals, not only in their namesake, Frost and Fire, but also just in styles and kind of the matchup here. Overall, in Series 2, I believe the Frost won both of the matchups or both of the games against the Fire, but they were pretty close. And now with new rosters coming in here, especially with subs, things could be very, very different this time around, just based on how people play or to the level that people play at tonight.
Yeah, it is. And both these teams coming off a win. The Columbus Fire, very narrow 3-point win over Chattanooga, who we'll see later tonight. And the Frost coming off of a hefty 19-point win over the Daytona Tide. So I didn't realize that until you said that, the Frost versus the Fire. This is dope. It's the rival of the ages. Science v. science. It's the Frost versus the Fire. Who's going to win an all-out battle showdown of physical forces of nature? Sunday.
Not to rain on your parade, though, but they are on opposite sides from what the colors should be, right? Like the Fire's on the blue side, and on the orange side is the Frost.
Yes,
so it
that
becomes
is a true statement.
It's really conflicting to look at.
Yeah, it is.
on stream.
Wait, let's see. We got Fire. Yeah, Fire blue, Frost on orange.
It looks looks like a mess.
I think I'm reorganizing my brain right now. So that should work out. So I'm sure we won't screw that up tonight.
That'll be fun.
As well, also, both these teams coming in. Again, like you said, it's early in the season, dude. I think both teams, everybody's trying to establish a rhythm, kind of get out in front of the ball or the disc, if you will, for this season, and kind of start dominating your division, so that you're not in these weird places at the second half of the season where it's like do or die, rolling in, right? You want to have a comfortable place in the division. But I mean, like we saw Series 2, I mean, there were several teams across the league that all came out in very strong shows, and we saw almost a complete swap in just about every case, with the exception of a couple. Go from basically leading the pack in their division and or their conference to struggling to hang on there as we rolled into the playoffs. So as always, anything can happen here.
I mean, it's very that's a very real possibility as rosters continue to change and certain subs step in, and even some of the play styles and some of the ideas around how to play against certain teams change. We'll see that shift in not only meta but also then reflected in the standings. Now, taking a look back at this game with the Frost, they're coming in with Igneel, J-Good, Unsound, and Zamasu. And Zamasu, we've seen time and time again be a very solid substitute on a number of rosters. Not only from only really from Series 2. Coming into Series 3, I don't believe they've actually played too many games because, again, only that one game only through the first week here. But they have been a very solid sub from, if my memory serves me correctly, and then looking on the other opposite side for the Fire, Rev, Link 1, Cashflow, and Free Smoke. I have not seen much of Cashflow and Free Smoke here, Nail, so I can't speak to their capability, but we've seen kind of relatively unknown subs step up and just make huge impact plays and huge impact games here in NEPA. So who knows how this one can shake out, quite honestly.
Yeah, and we saw Wazdi do that last season, come in as a sub and just stun everyone. It was awesome. And
Literally.
you never know. Yeah, right. Stun everybody literally. And you never know what you're going to see, right? We have these players. That's why we have the PDR. Oh, by the way, new this season, all the AAA rosters will have 6 players on the roster. So see a lot of change up, a lot of throughput of players. And you never know, somebody who's waiting in the PDR to get that first look for their opportunity to make themselves known here in the world of NEPA is where you see that magic happen. And we see these players go from being relatively unknown to skyrocketing to everybody's conversation about the impact they're making here in the arena and in the sport as a whole. So I'm super excited to see where this goes. We got the 2 subs over there for Columbus, but also Columbus didn't have their captain tonight. Burnsy not here. And we know how important captains can be, especially when you have new players coming in to the chemistry and the flow of a team rolling into, especially a new season, right? You haven't really had time to kind of establish that chemistry with new players. I will say that between Link 1 and Rev, they have some established chemistry, so hopefully they can carry Cashflow and Free Smoke and get them kind of on board. Hopefully they've been practicing together, but you never know there, and that's such a huge deal here. And Echo is that chemistry between players, so we'll be interested to see how that plays out tonight.
Absolutely. I mean, Unsound is a great captain in their own right, and it is able to lead this Frost team very capably, as we've seen before. But just the way that Burnsy, the captain of the Fire, speaks to the team, how he speaks about the team, always just so, so compassionate, so passionate about this team in particular, and really brings a very, very strong energy to the team that it might be very sorely missed tonight. We'll have to see how things shake out. As we do here, the ready ups come through and we're ready to jump into the first quarter.
It's getting ready to do it. And here we go. We've got the Frost versus Columbus Fire. Fire in the blue, Frost in the orange. Game time, game time, game time. Ready to rock. And coming out the booth, winning the neutral joust is going to be the Columbus Fire. They're good pickup there. Tries to send it through. Is going to be met immediately by Jay Good, who's going to send it right back through the neutral zone. Good send into the blue bubble. Nobody's home. Good pickup from McNeil, and McNeil's going to put it away for 2 right away. Good 11, the second swing as the Frost come out and break up that neutral joust win for these Fire.
Yeah, and notably, they had another stack ready to go immediately. They already got down the field as soon as they got that turnover, and the Fire just could not recover in time. They just didn't have the speed to be able to deny that shot from coming through.
They did not, and that turnaround, it wasn't a lot of fast movement, but when it only takes one good clear there to catch a team in transition, and they're just not going to be able to get back in time. As they're trying to get that disc out there, good kickback. Cashflow is going to try and send it forward again through the center. Jay Good just on the reads tonight. Everywhere. He's going to break that up again. Zamasu's going to pick that up, send it across to the far side boot. Unsound, looking for an option. Free Smoke looks like he's going to get a hand on it, but not before it goes in for 2, and they are up by 4. 2 unanswered goals coming out of the Frost.
Yeah, and that was just a great read on the interception in the midfield. You saw the play try and go towards that left tunnel and then try and go low, but there were both of the other players for the Fire were in kind of that low middle position, so a nice little read on where the disc was probably going to go after the next pass, and we'll have to see if they shake up that rollout here in this next one.
We'll see if they can. They're over here to the orange side of the arena now. Again, trying to make something happen. Link 1, not quite in the right position for that pass. Going to do some stunning out there in the backfield as it turns over to the Frost. So they're trying to send it through. Looks like Unsound trying to send one through. Picks it up on the pick again, and then Jay Good sending one, going to get denied by the ding ring there. Good pick up there at the ceiling as the Fire try to send it through. Here comes the stack. Nobody's home. Rev for 3 off a great clear from Link 1. And they are on the board, back to a 1-point game just like that.
Yeah, excellent communication from the team. Link didn't even have to look. He just knew that that player was coming, so immediately just slapped it, tried to get it any way down the field, and immediately that stack ready to chase. And that's one of the big things that the Fire love to do is they love their fast break points. So look for them to continue that if they do end up getting some opportunities.
Yeah, and that's what this is going to come down to here for, I think, for the Fire is really capitalizing on those opportunities. Like I said, a little bit of a roster deficit for them, but so far Cashflow and Free Smoke doing some good work, good sends, good breakups, making some good decisions. Cashflow there coming back, picking that up, going to get jumped by the offense. Little 2-man stack running around, and Neil's going to grab that, send it over the nest. Jay Good, baby bird, for 2. coming in from the nest.
Oh, and a beauty of a pass there by Igneel, too. Just slipped it right past the defender, gets into J Good's hands, and of course that one-on-one drive made look so pretty with the little baby bird technique, as Nails called it there. So, yeah, a 6-3 lead right now, and this one's still fairly close in the early stages of this match.
Yeah, and I mean, it looked like, you know, those 2 unanswered goals, potentially the Frost were, like Sai said there in the chat, it may be Frost the clock, but a quick answer for that 3. It's so easy to change the dynamics of the game there, bring it back within 1. Now back within 3, still trying to work forward there, coming off the bow tie. Cashflow is going to find an answer here in the near side tunnel. Revs picking it up, looking for options, sends it low, down to the bottom. Link coming up, 1v2, looking for some jukes inside the bubble, kicks it back to Rev. Top pocket, 4-2, they're back within 1. And some hearty answers coming out of the fire tonight. They are keeping this a very, very close game.
Absolutely. Just a nice little two-man play there by Link1 and Rev. But I got to talk about Cashflow in the backline, playing that QB position as the sub, to not be phased by that first interception on the first rollout, and then continuing to play slow, patient, and finding these good passes. Such mental fortitude here from the sub stepping in.
Yeah, Cashflow, who dat? Who dat? We gonna see a little bit more of him or her this series. So Cashflow doing some great work there. Great pickup there from the sub. Another breakup there as the Frost are trying to get through. Link gets a hand on it. We got a little bit of scrum over on the far side. Jagood picks it up. Tries to send it over. Igneel's going to take a bad bounce there off of the lip. For the neutral zone. Good pickup there by Cashflow. Again, Cashflow doing some good work there. Sends a nice bounce into the bubble. We try to get a hand on it. Free smoke on the bounce. And right now, you got Cashflow with multiple, I would say, assists. He's been involved in every point that's been scored so far. And then Free Smoke, he or she coming in as the second sub, putting 2 on the board. You got 2 subs right now, and if you're the Frost, I mean, those are 2 players that you possibly didn't account for there when you were spending up for this team watching tape.
Yeah, it's really hard to account for that sub factor and just the different kind of plays, the different play styles that they'll come in with. Are they more individual? Are they more team oriented? Will they play slower, fast? And here we see that the Frost are slowing things down because they were a little bit afraid. But now that pass going astray means another turnover, perhaps another stack down the way. No, a good pickup here off the bounce. Oh, interception there by Cashflow. My goodness. This one right back down to the orange side of the arena. Link1, I think, going to track this one down. No, already there. The Frost getting another stack. Oh, another pick. Free Smoke. He is not on. Oh, gets the rebound. Looking for the shot once again. Brings it home to bring them up to 9 points here, Nails. And it's the sub takeover. We saw this in Series 2. Subs just take over games. And already early, they are making their names known.
Yeah, on an early lead here in the game as the Fire pull out by 3 here. Cashflow and Free Smoke doing some considerable work. And Devquan, dude, this is NEPA. The blue team is the Columbus Fire. The orange team is the Ottawa Frost. Welcome to NEPA. This is the Pro League here for Echo. We are watching the AAA teams. The AAA series has just started. This is Series 3, so go back and watch Series 1 and 2. Good pickup inside the orange bubble. Cashflow for 3. Great arena awareness. Move it back outside the bubble to pick up 3. Take them up by 6. But yeah, keep watching. You're going to love it. It's great. Plenty of excitement here and some top-level play. Welcome. Thanks for joining us.
And Nails, I know it's the closest shot, or it was the closest shot from that position, but can we just talk about the courage to take that shot from the shoulder on that tough angle to then make the 3? That is
please
kind
talk
of
about it.
I mean, like the courage to be able to take that shot is just absolutely insane. And now another turnover here on the rollout. Jagood going to get this one off the bounce, but now a loose disc only for a moment as this one goes back up into kind of that awkward zone inside of the trap, and this one all the way down over to the other blue side. Multiple players trying to get to this one. Oh, Rev trying to get this disc and just stuck to the wall. Eventually does get this one cleared.
And then able to turn that right back around. Here right now, I think the Frost are a little bit off balance as Link1 sends a long 3 here from 16 off a great clear. It's going to find an empty goal, put him up by 9. And right now, the Frost are looking for options and answers for what started out as very aggressive 2 unanswered goal and aggressive play coming out of the Frost. Very aggressively met by a change in strategy from the Columbus Fire very quickly here in the first quarter. So we'll see what they come up with. They send another clear back into the blue side bubble. Nobody's home trying to get a hand on it. Far side, Zamasu's going to pick it up there, bring it in from the far side. Look for options. Cashflow goes out to meet him face to face. Takes it one-on-one. Unsound playing the back line, sends it right back forward, sends it over the far side. J Good coming in, look for options. Under heat, dumps it into the pocket for 2. That'll bring him back within 7, rolling into the end of the first quarter. Good answer coming out of the Frost. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Pay them bills, pay them bills, pay them bills.
One American with a burning desire to save the world from high prices. He is the stuntman that saved the world. A man that brought the world together because of his love for Honda. One man with 4 wheels strapped to a parallel twin engine. The stuntman that saved the world. Get your favorite Honda motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at NEPAvrpro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois.
And welcome back, everyone. Here, second quarter action about to be underway, Nails. And I mean, what an interesting start to this match. We saw a very fast start for Frost, but then the Fire kind of just took over and consumed everything as the subs started to heat up and really make an impact on this game.
Yes, they did. And Cashflow and Free Smoke, and again, Free Smoke there on the neutral joust win. Just 2 players that were not necessarily accounted for in the Ottawa Frost strategy for the night, and making a huge difference for the Columbus Fire. They're a good turnover. Unsound sends that through the bottom, gets trapped up there on the near side boot, tries to roll into the bubble. Good pickup, J Good. Best friend ever. Gonna pick that up off of Unsound, get jumped by the defense, drops it in for 2 off a great read.
Yeah, and I mean, the goalie, I think, tried to jump out for that pass, just did not get a hand on it. Some interesting defense going on there, and it eventually ends up in Jacob's hands for the score. So it's good to see them kind of coming back here after it felt like they were really having some troubles on the scoring end of things. The defense from the Fire being very persistent, but now some of their defense of their own. Oh no, another interception, another shot. No, the 3 is off the line, and Jacob now going to try and send this one deep into the blue zone.
Good clear out by J Good right into the blue side bubble. Cashflow on the intercept there, picks up the loose disc, checking the 6 o'clock there. Going to kick one over to Rev. Rev looking to send one through. Oh, good pickup. Great read there by Free Smoke to come back and pick up that pass. Link 1. We got a little bit of a 3v3 as you see the Fire spreading out. Now a 4v4. Free Smoke from the ceiling. Look for options inside the bubble. Sends it over to the near side shoulder. Cashflow is going to send one, take a ding ring there. Can't quite pick up the rebound. And here comes the clear out. Ottawa Frost going to get a hand on it. A little bit of a scrum on the far side tunnels. Unsound sends it long, takes a ding ring there off the long 3. Not able to pick that up. Rev is going to turn that right back around to the near side tunnel. Takes a good bounce back into the center of the arena. And here comes Cashflow over to the far side to pick that up. It's a 2v now 3 inside the bubble. Nothing to see here, folks. Cashflow, Free Smoke. Free Flow, Cash Smoke. I don't know. They work so well together. They might be the same person playing on 2 headsets. They dump it in for 2.
And about how seasoned these players look. I mean, the PDR players are cooking up something there in the PDR kitchen, because man, oh man, they are just, they're playing up to the level of AAA like you wouldn't believe. They are like they are very well competing for roster spots here as another pass comes down low. Zamasu looking to try and drive. Oh, the stun comes through. Denial. Free Smoke, another stun, keeping this defense alive. Link 1 trying to get a clear out, of course, and cannot quite find it all the way through. Perhaps tracked down here by Free Smoke. Yeah, a slap coming through and kind of into that mid zone. Multiple players trying to get to it. Rev, maybe? No, not quite. Unsound now looking to try and throw this one back to his teammates. Over to Zamasu. Zamasu up to Igneal. The shot, no, just wide. And this one bouncing loose. Cashflow, oh, can't get it out. Good grab there by J Good. Now going to bring this back forward.
And J Good on the hunt there moving it right back inside the bubble, using a little bit of the geo there for cover. Nice work, good arena SA, and Unsound there. A little bit of, I think, what was somewhat of a dusty / ender / shot inside the bubble. They're just going to find 2 points. Wasn't quite what was happening, but it worked out, and Unsound's going to dump another 2 on the board, taking it back within 5. Still holding the lead here, the Columbus Fire, with, of note, Cash Flow and Free Smoke. I think the highlights for the night over on the Columbus Fire side. Glean.
Yeah, they definitely have been showing a very solid performance here. Is now Cashflow will try and get this down to Link 1. Link trying to get it over to Rev. Oh, just off that one, bouncing off the boot. So now looking towards Cashflow once again on the back line, just taking that one and sending it forward to Link. Link going back to Cashflow. They just play so calmly here, so efficiently as they continue to break down this defense. They try and get an extra pass up. Good read there by J Good, defending Rev there on the backboard, sends that one deep into the blue side. Stacks are underway, trying to get back to this disc. That one bouncing loose. Rev with the pickup, and now the pass across to look for the clear.
Good clear out over in the near side tunnel. Trying to find options. Oh, Igneal sails right by there. It's going to give Free Smoke, and looks like Link 1 an option to pick up that loose disc. Back to Cashflow. Good read there. Oh, with the stuff there from Unsound on the near side. It's going to read that one right back into the blue side bubble. Nobody's home. We got a stack race. Picking it up, Igneal for 3 from outside the bubble. Dumps it in, taking them back within 2.
Yeah, really nice there from McNeil. They finally got their stack underway, and they got another fast break. They've been looking for that for a little bit here, I believe, because it's a game of stacks here. I mean, speed is one of the most important things here in Echo, but it's felt like in this game, whoever's got the faster stack has really been able to put so many points on the board and continue to just put so much pressure. Cashflow now proving the opposite is true as they continue to hold the disc, try and bait out that stack to try and get that defense to bite before the pass comes through.
And trying to draw that defense out. And Devquan and Jag, yes, we are. This is the AAA league right now playing, and we will have the pros starting in March / end of February. But yes, we do read the rules here at the beginning of the first match for the night. My boy Jucifer there can read you in on what the rules are for the match. We are not going to go back into them, but basically, yes, it's a little bit different than what you're seeing at VRML. As Igneal picks up over on the far side, dumps that back through the far side tunnel. Good pickup. J Good coming right back through, looking for options. Not quite under pressure yet, but here comes the defense. Sends one up high to the ceiling. Unsound, right place, right time. Grabs that, sends it right back over the pillars. Zamasu coming in. It's going to take one, but it's going to hit the ding ring on the far side of the goal. Link 1's going to grab that, dump it through the near side tunnel, and here's a pickup with the Fire on the offensive, 3-1 inside the bubble. Now 4-2, looking for options. Cashflow is going to slow it down as the defense gets back and sets up their bubble defense play. Going to elect to keep it for themselves and dump it in for 2, coming in from that near side pillar.
First of all, I got to talk about that little tap pass by Link 1 going back to Cashflow. That was really nice. Knowing that the stun immunity will start to pop up and they'll come out of that hit stun just in time to receive that pass. But also the little juke on the pillar, disgusting. Just took the ankle off that defender for the 2 there. And now a 4-point lead.
Yeah, if you know anybody who's donating ankles, please send them our way because Cashflow is apparently collecting them. Nice work there. Unsound going up to the ceiling, is going to dump that back down. Zamasu over on the far side. Ooh, tries to send one there across the center. Igneal just a little bit too far aft. It's going to result in loose disc. Good pick up there by Free Smoke. Checking the 6 o'clock there, looking for options. Going to roll through the near side tunnel. Unperturbed here. Slow it down. Give the offense time to get to the bubble there. Still, none of the defense coming out to meet Free Smoke. Dumps it back to the center. Link 1's going to take it. Move down by the trench. Under pressure by Zamasu. Dumps it back to to Free Smoke. Free Smoke coming in from the near side. Again, very, very controlled play here coming out of the Fire. Not a lot of pressure coming out of the defense. Sends one there across for a cut. Good pick up there by Rev. Takes a little spin. Cycle around the far side pillar. Is going to bring it back for 2.
And I don't think we've talked too much about kind of the dirty work that's being done on the back end. Link 1 is doing the dirty work and the stunning the goalie, just constantly harassing this goalie, making sure they can't get saves across, making sure that they can't get communication, constantly frustrating back there. And that's a sign of good leadership, sacrificing the chance to maybe make a play with your name on the board in terms of stats to then instead set up your teammates for kind of those success plays.
Yeah, and that's why your great teams function there is that good calm to be in the right place to start perturbing that goalie and open up a lane for your teammate. Why? Because we're best friends. Speaking of best friends, Free Smoke sends one, their best friend, Rev, who's waiting behind the goal there off a great bounce pass. Coming off the backboard, dumps in it for 2. Take us to the end of the half, 23-15 in favor of the Fire. We're going to take an extended break. We'll be right back with some halftime stats brought to you by Big St. Charles Motorsports. Don't go anywhere.
We don't have to worry about predators like our ancestors did. No saber-toothed tigers stalking from the brush. No dire wolves circling the camp. There are no more monsters to fear. And so, we have to build our own.
Hold on a minute. Did we hear that right? Dodge is making an electric car?
We're talking hypothetical, right?
Surely you jest. Dodge? You mean the people who devised the legendary 426 Hemi and sunk it into a sublime missile? You mean the Dodge that created the Hellcat Red Eye and the most powerful muscle car in the world? Makers of the 840 horsepower wheel-standing Demon? Why on God's green earth would Dodge ever build an electric car? Anybody? Any thoughts out there? Hello?
And we are back with the halftime show brought to you by Big St. Charles Motorsports. We are here with the Frost versus the Fire in surprising turn of events. The Frost came out with an early lead here, an early aggressive play, now at an 8-point deficit to the Columbus Fire. And Columbus Fire, of note, 2 big subs tonight, Free Smoke and Cash Flow, doing a lot of good work. Link One and Rev really keeping that core team chemistry alive, but also bringing on Free Flow and Cash Smoke, or Free Smoke and Cash Flow. I'm gonna screw that up all night, but yes, bringing some great play for tonight. And Glean, over to you. What you've been seeing here for the first match or first half?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, you know, we talked a lot about the 2 subs coming in here, Cash and Free Smoke. But let's not discredit the likes of the 2 roster players here of Rev and Link One. Rev with 9 points, leading all scorers tonight here, I believe. Doing a fantastic job there on the front end and set up quite well by a number of teammates here. You know, just looking across the board, assists coming through for multiple players of the Fire, most notably Link One with the 3 assists, really taking on kind of that supporting role and setting up these other players, doing a fantastic job there. And then looking at Cash Flow and Free Smoke, you know, Cash with the 7 points, Free Smoke with 4 points, a good number of assists for both. Sorry, a couple assists for both of them, and some stuns across the board. Everything's looking really solid here for the Fire, and a lot of that is facilitated by pretty good team play, considering that this is a roster that kind of just came together because of the subs. And they're playing a very cohesive game. And then, we can take a look here at the other side very briefly at the Frost here, Nails.
Yeah, and the Frost, I think, what they're doing what the Fire are doing that the Frost are not. So you see the Frost, or the Fire really spreading, like every player is kind of managing 2 or more facets of the game, right? You got Link 1, 23 stuns, 3 assists. You got Rev there with 9 points, 1 assist, and stuns there. And you got Cash Flow and Free Smoke, who we've talked about ad nauseum there, picking up a lot stuns, 11 stuns apiece there, and 2 assists apiece, with Cash Flow bringing 7 points to the board. Conversely, over there on the Frost side, no player's really working more than one kind of facet of the game. You got Igneal with 29 stuns, but only 1 assist and 5 points on the board. Jay Good's got 6 points, but only 5 stuns, right? Unsound, 2 points, but 15 stuns, right? But 3 assists. So from the Frost side of the house, they just need to make sure that from their standpoint, right, the team cohesion that we're seeing out of the Fire is not quite there with the Frost. I think initially they kind of, overwhelmed a little bit the Columbus Fire, but the Columbus Fire had a very quick answer to that. Some good adaptation from their team, like we talked about with the 2 subs there. And I think right now we're just waiting for the Frost to have an answer. The Frost need to adapt here, change their strategy and their play up a little bit. And then we need all 4 of those players to start covering down on at least kind of 2 of those 3 aspects: stunning, assists, and scoring. And cover down 2 of those for every single player on the team, or at least 3 players on that team. You're going to see them basically close this gap and start to take the lead again, and it'll look a lot like we saw in the very first couple minutes of the first quarter. But right now, the Fire have been doing an outstanding job of controlling the tempo and the momentum of this game.
Absolutely, I could not agree more. And quite honestly, both of these teams we've seen before that they love to play these very aggressive defenses. They love to immediately stack, and if there is even a slight opportunity to stun out that player by stacking to them and then grabbing that disc and getting it down the field, they will go for it. And that is what the Frost has really been struggling against. It is, kind of that team cohesion, but also that very aggressive defense. So how do you adjust to that and work around that here in kind of the later stages of this game as we start to get down to the as now here that these ready ups are coming through? Halftime is now over, and into the second half we go, Nails.
Yes, we do, and we'll see what the Frost come back out with here for the second half. Like you said, one of the things that you brought up there is I thought was really nice is the Frost, like you said, that defense has just not been as aggressive as we've seen a lot of times. The Fire is able to move the disc down in the orange side arena, and they're not facing a lot of pressure, which allows them to kind of get to the bubble and start kind of chewing up that bubble via passing and pressure and putting those points on the board there. And the Frost got to come out and force them to prove that they can get to the bubble and find those passes. As Zamasu comes out off a good pass there from McNeil, beating up the blue side bubble, and they drop 2 on the board, closing it down to a 6-point game.
Yeah, Igneal had an open shot there for a second, but maybe was afraid of the goalie coming back. So good pass over to Zamasu. And of note, Zamasu's also been rather quiet here tonight. No points on the board, and look for them to come alive here maybe in the second half, as I know them to be a very proficient scorer. So perhaps it's written in the cards for the second half for them to be alive here in the game.
Yeah, and we'll see what they do with that there. As again, you see that Frost, little 2-man chain there in the neutral zone, hesitant to kind of bring that pressure over to the far side tunnel. They finally get there as they roll into the orange side of the arena, force a turnover. Unsound's going to pick that up, tries to send it through the bottom, going to take a bad bounce back over the orange side arena. Rev's there to pick it up, sends it high over to the nest. Link once there, read it, 1v2, looking for a pocket, no options to pass, so he's going to keep it, send it in a little bit low, and they're not going to be able to connect. But good pick up there by Free Smoke. Is going to fight the defense for it. Drop it back to the back line. Here comes Cashflow. Roll in. Again, very, very patient here on the Fire side. Not meeting any pressure as they crowd the bubble there, looking for them to bring it in. Cashflow moves to the to the bow tie, and then drops it down to Link 1. Link 1 off of Free Smoke from the near side is going to find that 2-pointer.
Yeah, that was a bit of a dangerous pass there. Free Smoke, I think, almost almost on instinct or on reflex, immediately went for the pass as soon as they received it. And there was a defender there, but lucky that that defender did not get a hold of the disc or did not stun out. And that results in the 2-point shot from down below to then be able to make this an 8-point game, as Unsound now controls this one and is able to walk it up themselves as well. Now looking to try and send this one in deep. Oh, they get it all the way down to Jay Good, only the goalie back. But you can see that aggressive stack defense continuing to put pressure all the time. Unsound has to get rid of it. He does eventually do so, but now it taps it back, somehow gets it to Igneel. It was just right now a passive cross over to Zamasu and right back to Igneel. So controlled despite the pressure. Now a pass coming through. No, perhaps handle. Unfortunate there is now Free Smoke will get the hand on this one and look for a pass back here. Not quite sure. I think they were looking for a reset here, but it will be in Zamasu's hand instead. And Zamasu, had the pass, but did not get it in time. Rev, great pick up there, trying to get the clear, but back into Jago's hands, and it is back and forth inside of this blue zone.
And back in the Frost are really beating up the blue side of the arena right now. Some good turnovers. Unfortunate back pass there from the Fire, and another steal from Cashflow again, following Free Smoke's good pickup there inside the bubble. Again, tries to send to the far side, gets caught on the lip there. Good pickup by Rev's, going to finish that on the good clear through. And who's by himself picking it up? Just Free Smoke, can't get a hand on it. It's going to chase it down over to the near side, tries to kick it back to the center. Zamasu's going to get a hand on that, drop it back to the goalie. Tries to clear it out. Link wants playing the back line, reads that all day long. Back to Rev on the far side. Rev looking for options. Going to kick it again back to the back line. And who's there but Cashflow? Making that money. Waiting at the double diamond. Looking for some options. No pressure coming forward. Here comes Jacob. It's going to read that one all day. Looks for the mail slot. Not open on a Sunday, my friend. Sorry. Taxes do not pay for that. Unfortunately, take a bad bounce there. Cashflow's going to pick it up and try to move it forward. Tries to get the pickup, was Rev, did not get a hand on it, moved away a little bit too quick there as Jay Good's going to pick it up, drop it to Igneel in the back line, back forward, Unsound coming in low, tries to send a good cross to Jay Good, a little bit behind, misses a hand, Rev's going to pick that up, and again, we're off to the races here with a clear, gets bottled up in the neutral zone, it's a stack fight, as the Frost going to pick it up, Unsound, turning it back around. Glean, over to you.
Yeah, Jay Good now looking for a shot. Can't quite find it. As now players are trying to track this one down. Jay Good, gets done out here by Rev. Rev looking to back this one off. Again, another reset back towards the goal. These resets from both teams are a little bit dangerous as there are defenders and they go for those resets back towards the goal. But the encouragement to do so and play with such a controlled style is so interesting here as they continue to just put pressure. Now another stack back, Cashflow. The pickup, and this is the longest rally we've seen here in a while, Nails. They have not been able to score either team. Now a cross coming through. The shot here from Igneel. Yes, will secure to bring it in from Unsound and back to a 6-point lead. And just before I throw it back over to you, I cannot believe that you made a Sunday mail joke in the middle of all of this action. Like that is the most ridiculous point to me.
Well, sir, it is in fact Sunday.
I know.
And sometimes the mail slot. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they do. And sometimes it doesn't work out. I'm just saying, if you're going to go for the mail slot, make sure it's on a game that's not on a Sunday. Maybe the odds will be better.
My.
They're making me nervous on those resets to the goal because they're so fast. There's so much heat on them. And you really got to be on. But, I kind of like them because it makes the offense basically kind of reverse direction and reassess where they're going because it takes the pressure away from where the offense, who's in transition to defense, is expecting to be and put pressure on you. And both teams, I think, are using that very well. I hope to see that more this season. We'll see how that plays out. But who knows? That's a good strategy here that may become useful as we move forward in Series 3 as Jay Good picks up that loose disc. And puts a defender to sleep. Is going to move forward. Unsound back to Jay Good. Jay Good forward. They're underneath the Pac-Man. Over to Unsound. Takes a shot. Goalie's there all day long. Reads that one. Gets a hand on it. Igneel kicks it back forward. And Cashflow is going to be waiting there at the far side shoulder. Nobody home on the clear. Back into the orange side bubble. Coming over the near side. Stack race. Unsound picks it up. It's going to move forward. Finds that near side tunnel. Zamasu's there in the wait. Wait for the stacks to get through. Sends one down along the bottom. Can't quite get a hand on it, but Jay Good is there. Picks it up back across to the backside of the goal. Again, a little bit of an errant pass times 2 there. Nobody's there to pick that up. It's going to result in turnover. Link one's going to send it forward. Glean.
And this one's just back into the orange zone. And, I kind of want to speak to the resets here as we're continuing to watch this go back and forth between the two teams. It's feeling like every time a clear comes through, it's always the defensive team that gets back in time. So maybe these resets are coming through because they know that if they try and clear it, it's an immediate turnover instead of their stack getting down for fast break points. So instead, they want to play with a lot more control. So the adaptations here are just so interesting to watch as these teams continue to duke it out. That clear not going through, so now J-Good will get the pickup. J-Good across down low, trying to get to a teammate. No, the stunning coming through, and now multiple blue players in the area to try and get to this disc cash flow, getting this one over to the not over to the orange side as Unsound gets it after a couple of bounces. This one bouncing off of the ding ring there, dangerously closing. Neil now looking to try for a 2-point shot. No, a crossover. J-Good. Oh, the stun from Free Smoke from behind just in time as that shot was about to be taken. And this one's still in the blue area. No clear coming through. Rev eventually bounces it through, but already defense back to recover once again and trying to set it through the mid. Picked off by Free Smoke. This one still into the orange side. Cash flow. No shot to be had as another stun from behind comes through, and these teams just brawling it out here. What has been an extremely low scoring quarter.
It has, and both teams, I think, very much a defensive struggle for both these teams. Are very, very strong defenses, as seen by their back passes there and how they're just really guarding the bubble. And finally, Unsound's going to find some luck there off a good pass from Zamasu. Drops it up. That'll take them back within 4 here as we run into the end of the third quarter. That'll be it for this quarter. We will take a quick commercial break, and we will be right back. 4-point game between the Frost and the Fire. Battle of physics and science. We'll be right back.
If you call one of us, just remember, you've invited the whole pack.
Tired of the side effect of side-by-side hair? Not when you have a Kawasaki. Your love of your Kawasaki Teryx 1000 will save you from side-by-side hair. Enjoy your Kawasaki on all types of terrain and magically eliminate the chance of messy, unwanted side-by-side hair. Go green this summer with Kawasaki. Get your favorite Kawasaki motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at NEPAvrpro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois.
Yeah! Side-by-side hair, just don't care.
And welcome back. We're going to jump into the fourth quarter when there is only a 4-point difference between these two teams. And Nails, my oh my, did the Fire ever get extinguished? Held to only 2 points in that quarter versus the Frost scoring 6 here. So now only 4 points between the two teams in what is a very close fourth quarter here.
And that it is, and they have closed down the gap considerably here, winning the neutral joust. Like we said, both teams here very, very strong on defense, but the Frost resurgent here in the third quarter, holding the Fire to only 2 points to kind of put this pressure on, and this is going to come down to the wire. 21-25 here. Got a free-floating loose disc over on the blue side of the arena. Everybody's in the hunt for it. Coming off the walls there. Rev's going to get a hand on it. Going to turn into a brawl there. Again, quick turnover. And back in the hands of the Fire. They try to send one through the far side tunnel, but Unsound's there to read that. Rev moves in to bring the pressure, not able to break up that pass, gets down to Zamasu in the trench, coming out of there like Aquaman, sends one up to Igneel. Igneel on the far side. We've got a crowded bubble. It is a full neighborhood right now. He's going to look to drop it back to Unsound. Unsound looking for options to bring it forward, but as always, the defense is there for the answer. Zamasu, again, keeping that control, bringing it into J-Good. J-Good from the near side up to the top, looking for the cross pass to Unsound. Was not able to pick that up. It's going to result in loose disc here. Back to the neutral zone. Glean, over to you.
Yeah, again, we're continuing to see this defensive play be so critical as the stuns continue to come through, brawling constantly. No player able to hold the disc for more than a few seconds. Oh, someone lost the handle there. I think Link 1 just disconnected or something's happened here. Link 1 currently down and out as the players now gets this disc orange team trying to clear this one down. Igneel looking at a 3-point shot. No way. Oh, that almost went in off the barrier. Instead, it's a 3 coming through. I think Free Smoke got a head or a hand on it. Something happened. And now it's a 3-point shot and now 1 point difference in favor of the Fire still.
Yeah, and J-Good there, I think, is who sent that shot. Like you said, I think there was some disruptions there in the connections for the Fire, and the Frost took a very, very handy advantage of that. able to turn that into a 3-pointer, close that gap further down. We are now looking at a 1-point game. Rev coming through, and then they are looking to hold on to that good control. And Smoke gets jumped by the two-man chain there on the defense. Come in, they send it through, and they're off to the races. This is a 4v1, nobody's home. Here comes the defense, 4v3. They got plenty of options. Tries to send one across the center, but stunned out. Nobody's there to receive it. It's going to result in a loose disc, and who's there to pick it up? A Free Smoke trying to send it through. Gets denied by the Geo. Not quite able to kick it through. Here comes Cashflow again. Gets that disc off in time. It's going to send it through. Zamasu there to pick that up. We're approaching the orange side bubble, but nobody's able to maintain control of it. We're coming up on the 5-minute mark here of the fourth quarter, the last and final quarter of this game, 1-point game. Here comes Unsound picking that up, looking for options inside the bubble, sends a long cross. I don't know if that was to Jay Good or somebody else, but nobody was home to answer that. Jay Good's going to retrieve it, bring it in along the floor. Here comes the defense coming out to pressure, drops it back to Igneel. Igneel's looking for options over there on the far side. Boot, they've got something, but sends it over to the near side. Zamasu takes a bad bounce there. Going to get in a little bit of a fist fight there, Igneel and Cashflow. They'll sort it out as Zamasu comes in to grab the disc. Drop it down to the near side. Boot, Unsound, looking for options behind the goal. Nothing stopped by Rev.
Dude, that insane save. Oh my, what a save there, Nails. I mean, just the hands, and now this cross coming through won't be good. A double stun means that this play is still alive here for the Frost. Igneel now driving, looking, stopping, puts on the air brakes, goes for the cross, no one home. There's no one there. It's actually a bounce pass to Unsound now. Unsound, look for the cross. Jay Good slams it home from the hockey slap. Oh man, that's like a volleyball spike, in fact, and the wise timeout here, I think, from the Fire is they have not been able to score in a long period of time.
It is, and they got a 2-minute timeout right now. They're going to talk it over. I mean, low-scoring game, 26-25, but the most exciting game we've seen tonight. Obviously, second game of tonight, but it has been a fist fight between both these teams. I mean, just looking at stuns so far, for not counting the first quarter. Obviously, they got wiped there when we reset the rules, but 51 to 49% in favor of the Frost, 69 and 67 stuns, and that's just from the last 3 quarters. And so it has been an all-out brawl between both these teams. Possession still pretty close, 54 to 46.
Yeah, I mean, for context, in terms of stuns, the highest stun count on from previously was 29. And there were some people that were even in the single-digit stuns from the first half. So the fact that it's picked up this tremendously here in the second half is absurd to look at, as well as the fact that we can talk about almost 12 minutes of gameplay, like full minutes of gameplay, and the Fire have only scored 2 points in 12 minutes of gameplay. In Echo. Like, can we talk about the defensive stalwart that is the Frost right now, as well as, the Fire are playing excellent defense in their own right. The fact that they've held this team to just 11 points, but absurd stuff coming here from both teams as they continue to just brawl and stack and play to the utmost of defensive hold down, defensive clamping as they can.
Yeah, and I mean, we got 2 defensive powerhouse teams right now. I mean, this is your Green Bay Packers versus Chicago Bears, right? It's cold out, it's snowing, everybody's cold in the stands, they want to go home, can't feel my hands. And you got 2 teams down there just duking it out. And I think they very much, both these teams, there needs to be a little bit of, I think, an adjustment there in the offensive strategy. They've got the defense dope between both these 2 teams, easily. But right now, I think for the Fire, their side is just trying to figure out what they need to do differently here. The momentum swing in scoring and offensive potential between these 2 teams has swung so dramatically. But I think we're seeing about the same in defensive play. It's just been no answer on offense from the Fire. So we'll see what they come out here with the joust advantage as Cashflow holding up that quarterback there. Sends one over to Red. They're a good pass there across the center. Free Smoke, look for options. Here comes the defensive chains on their way back to go ahead and break those up. Stacks are in the hunt right now for a turnover. Lincoln on the floor. 1v1. Oh! Neil comes, answers the call. It jumps from the goal to stop that one. Good clear. And on the send, not able to meet, but Jay Good off a great rebound from McNeil's shot is going to find 2, and they're back up by 3.
Can we talk about some of the insane goalie step-ups as well in the 1v1 situations? I mean, I've known Neil to be a great backliner in this Series 3 so far, and again, just another denial here in clutch moment, as well as Jay Good starting to really come alive here, putting on a lot of points. This one trying to get a deep pass, but oh no, interception actually goes right back to Free Smoke, so they have an opportunity to try and drive this one home. Cashflow going to send this one right back up here to Rev. Rev looking at a one-on-one. Oh my! Little duck move to get in the 2.
With the duck goose, Rev coming in is going to juke the defense there to go one-on-one versus the goalie, taking him back within 3 minutes, coming down to the wire. Both these teams are in some hot, you said it, Juice, for some hot NEPA AAA action happening right now. A Joust advantage going over to the Frost, looking for an answer, coming out here, going to send one to the far side for that relay over to Igneal. Igneal pushing forward. Sends one into the bubble. Nobody's home. Comes off the bounce there. Rev's going to pick that up. It's going to get jumped by, looks like Jay Good. As he's trying to get that clear out, Jay Good's going to maintain control of the disc, send over Neil. And they're right back in the offensive push.
Oh!
Rev! 1 times 2! And then stunned out!
Unbelievable. 1v2, 1v3. Oh, the shot not online. They had a dunk there, but it goes off the ding ring because they were a little too high. Blink does get the slap, the backboard. The shot here, perhaps the dunk. Oh, just slips it in on the top side past the goalie as they desperately try to reach for that one. My goodness, the goalie work here is absurd. By the way, Rev, I don't even think is supposed to be the goalie for this team. Rev is canonically, or not even canonically, just typically been kind of the offensive staple of the team, the shooter, in fact. So the fact that he's stepping up in the goalie position is crazy right now.
It's insane. You know what? Both the goalies just go to the center, go to the neutral point, and then just duke it out, and we'll figure out. We'll decide the game that way, because that's really what it is 2 goalies with a three-player like extension just battling it out right now in this game. Coming in, and Jake gonna send one. Rev gets a hand on it. May have been off the helmet there. Looking for 2 points there off a good send from Jay Good and a very aggressive offensive push coming out of the Frost there. 19 seconds between goals.
Yeah, and really smart to change up the pace there because everything has been played so slowly as of late. They needed to look for a fast answer. Now they take the 1-point lead once again. Cashflow going to send this over to Rev. Rev going to look for a pass across. We're under 1 minute now. Nails. Free Smoke now looking at perhaps a pass forward. They're going to look for the pass across. Gets it over to Rev. Rev now working the way up. Tries to send this one down to Link 1. Hits Link. Goes right back to Rev, and immediately the defense collapses backwards. They need to make sure they don't give anything up. Oh, the stun coming through. Oh, this could be huge. This one unsound with a great stun. Tries for the shot. Can't find it. Jay Good securing the game. No, missing it. This one's back into the blue side, and both teams are racing for it. Oh, with a stun coming through. There's no clear just yet. Zamasu needs to get rid of it. Does. Igneal steals it. There might be time. There might still be time, Nails.
There might still be time.
Barely. 5 seconds. 5 seconds.
5 seconds. Yep, 5 seconds. They'll come out of the tubes here-ish, and they need a 3-pointer to tie this up as they look for send here. Quarterback and Cashflow sends it to the near side. It's the lift, doesn't make it, and that is it. The Fire are going to take the chill from the Frost as they put the ice on it. Yeah, I can't put any more puns in that that statement. But the Frost coming out with the win here. Winning one for Canada, Ottawa, making it happen. But like 32-29, and easily one of the most exciting games I've seen in a long while. Both teams on a defensive struggle, coming out here and just making it happen. I think, like you talked about, it was a battle between the goalies here, and we saw the turning point was probably third quarter, like you talked about. The Frost held the Columbus Fire to 2 points and 2 points only. So really kicking that defense in the high gear, and I think for their point, the Fire did great work with their defense, but they just were never able to generate, I think, some good offense to turn those turnovers into points on the board, right? It's you got to play 2 sides of the disc here in the arena, and no matter how good your defense is, if you can't take those turnovers and make them points, then it's not going to buy you anything. And that's exactly what we saw here coming out of the Fire. The Frost went down in the second quarter on points and really did some great work during the halftime. I think they talked about some of their strategy. We'll find out what that is during the interview, but really came back together as a team, with their chemistry and Igneel doing some great work. And Igneel as the goalie, I think is probably my vote for the Holzhauer Auto Motorsports Stuntman Award, because this really definitely was a duke out between two goalies, and Igneel came away with a W for the Frost.
Yeah, especially in that fourth quarter. I don't know. I'm kind of torn because on one hand, the goalie saves tremendous work there, but on the other hand, I kind of want to talk about Jay Good and just the work being done there. Jay Good, scoring so many points there down the stretch, really making quite an impact on the board. I mean, and also on sound, that front stack between the two of them was doing so much work. The reason that the whole entire Fire offense was held to just 6 points in 16 minutes was because they decided to get more aggressive with their defense, because they decided to send that front stack a lot more often at kind of those Fire players who were not expecting it, who were maybe caught a little bit off guard. And that's what started to turn things around, is that aggression, and then that continuing to play forward, and then when they needed to, dropping back towards the bubble. So it's so hard. It's tearing at my heart, because you want to give credit to so many different people, and the holistic comeback here from being down 8 points at halftime. But oh man,
so who's I would agree with you. Jay Good, in my book, Jay Good is a definite close second. I think just because it was so much of a defensive game, that's the only thing that put it to me, Igneel. But who's your vote? So you got to pick somebody.
Okay, so if we're gonna pick someone, absolutely, I think I give it to Unsound here, because I think the captain leadership, as well as the defensive play there towards the end, especially Unsound, kind of doing offensive and defensive work. I can't really see the numbers for him specifically, but just doing work on both ends, just tremendous stuff to try and clutch out a win here with only a 3-point win.
You know what? I think I like that. I think I'm gonna go with that. You know what? We'll kick it to the chat. Because
between Igneel and Unsound.
Igneel and Unsound. Who does the chat think? Figure it out. We'll drop the votes there. We'll come back with an interview here with the winning Ottawa Frost. We'll be right back, and by the time we come back for the interview, we'll have an answer for you. Who's going to be the Holzhauer Award, Stuntman Award for the game? And we are back. Welcome back to the second matchup tonight. We had the Ottawa Frost versus Columbus Fire in what was a defensive struggle and extremely exciting game between both teams. I am Nails. I'm here with Glean, and we are here with your winning Ottawa Frost here on week 2. Guys, congratulations on the W, first and foremost. Yes, we do still have the Holzhauer Auto Motorsports Stuntman Award Player of the Game vote going on right now. But while we're waiting for that to finish up, talk to me a little bit about like your strategy for tonight. So we saw two teams that are very heavy on the defense, and you guys came out very aggressively early, and then we saw the Fire kind of turn that around in their favor. What was kind of going on in your guys' strategy in your mind that turned that play back into your favor?
No, you want to answer this? Here, let me try to answer this.
You can.
Sorry. To be honest, I don't even know. That's just me and Neil's playstyle. I think the front stack was doing pretty well tonight, but like we were just making those little mistakes. But I have really no clue what to say.
So coming out, like it seemed both teams were pretty heavily defensively mindset. We saw Jay Good. We saw you moving forward on a couple of those long sends there. And anytime you guys got fairly aggressive, it was resulting in points on the board there. But a lot of breakup. Are you guys typically a very heavy defensive team, or is that something new you're rolling out this series?
Normally, I'd say we are pretty defensive. Like our yeah, I'd say so.
Got it. And for so from this season, like how did you guys decide as a group that you guys were going to be pushed forward a little bit more in the offense? We saw Jay Good moving forward, picking up those long clears. Was that something you guys actively decided to do, or are you just seeing openings happening?
It was just openings, I'd say. I mean, mostly just openings.
We kind of started getting our groove. That's all we really had to do is get our groove, and that's what really made me aggressive on those clears.
And then when we saw you guys come out there at the very beginning, so initially there on the good push, you guys got some unanswered goals there, and you were pretty much controlling the tempo there for the first quarter. What happened between kind of the second and really start of the third quarter there that we kind of watched the Columbus Fire kind of take the lead and start controlling the tempo there? Were you guys talking about that in game?
Yeah, we were talking about it during the breaks. We were kind of getting down, but then we just like kind of rose up a little bit. Oh.
I'd say after we came back, we were down like 4 or so. That's when I think everyone was starting to feel better. But we were making a whole bunch of just small mistakes, and like that, like my passing was OE this game. So I think it was just all of like the little mistakes were getting to us, and then after we were coming back up, and like we knew we had a chance just to take back the lead. I think that's when we started to play better again.
Awesome. And congrats to Neil for the Stuntman Award for tonight's game. What we saw was basically a duke out here between both goalies, but just some incredible saves there, Neil, on your part, coming out to meet those offenders as they're rolling into the bubble. What was the comm going on to let you know that it was safe to kind of jump out, or were you just kind of making those assessments on your own and getting aggressive to go ahead and stop those plays? What were you seeing there that kind of helped you make those really, really crucial stops that we saw tonight that kept the Fire from putting any points on the board and maintaining that lead?
Yeah, I mean, I just noticed they were doing so many cut passes on me, and like getting past them, and I was just like, at a certain point, you got to jump out and try and either get to them before they shoot or just stop it. So that's what I always try to do.
And it worked out very, very well tonight. And you guys walked away with the W and kept them from running up those points. Of note, we were taking the score there in the third quarter. You guys held them to 2 points and 2 points only. So, I mean, that was huge for you guys closing that gap down and get back out into the lead there. So congratulations tonight. Congratulations to you and Neil taking home the Stuntman Award. And nice work tonight, guys. That was a very, very exciting game to watch, and we're looking forward to seeing you guys progress here through the rest of the season, and more importantly in week 3 when we come back. But congrats on the W for tonight.
Thank you.
Any parting words? Favorite Slurpee flavors, maybe?
Coke.
Cherry.
Cherry.
Cherry and Coke. Well, that was the last one. It was like a half cherry, half Coke mix.
Mine's like a blue Coke.
There you go. Get rid of all other flavors and just serve cherry and Coke, and then you will basically meet 90% of the public's wishes. So thank you very much. Juicer will be happy for that. You guys, congratulations. We'll talk to you guys later, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Go anywhere. We got one more game for you guys tonight. We got St. Charles Lions coming up against the Chattanooga Barracudas for our final match of tonight. We will be right back. Don't go anywhere in about 11 minutes. And we'll talk to you guys soon. See ya.
Harley-Davidson builds bikes that are meant to ride. There are vehicles your parents would recommend you drive. Then there are the motorcycles your crazy uncle who gave you fireworks for your birthday tells you to ride. You wouldn't want to let your uncle down, would you? If your need is speed, chrome, and custom paint, check out all of the new and pre-owned bikes at Greenmount Road Harley-Davidson in O'Fallon, Illinois. Don't let your uncle down. Get to Greenmount.
Hold on a minute. Did we hear that right? Dodge is making an electric car?
We're talking hypothetical, right?
Surely you jest. Dodge? You mean the people who devised the legendary 426 Hemi and sunk it into a sublime missile? You mean the Dodge that created the Hellcat Red Eye and the most powerful muscle car in the world? Makers of the 840 horsepower wheel-standing Demon? Why on God's green earth would Dodge ever build an electric car? Anybody? Any thoughts out there? Hello?
If you call one of us, just remember, you've invited the whole pack.
Access the largest motorsports inventory in America. We're authorized dealers for Can-Am, Honda, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Sea-Doo, and more. Get the best deals these brands have to offer. Browse through our inventory to find exactly what you're looking for. One American with a burning desire to save the world from high prices. He is the stuntman that saved the world. A man that brought the world together because of his love for Honda. One man with 4 wheels strapped to a parallel twin engine. The stuntman that saved the world. Get your favorite Honda motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at NEPAvrpro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois.
We don't have to worry about predators like our ancestors did. No saber-toothed tigers stalking from the brush. No dire wolves circling the camp. monsters to fear. And so, we have to build our own.
Hi, it's still me, Nails. It's Sunday Fun Day, and we are back. We've got the third game of the night, and because I've been bringing you just hot action all night, I changed it up again, and now I'm here with Queen. Say what's up, boo.
Hello, what's up? How you doing?
I'm good. I think the crowd is doing good. We are back here for the final matchup tonight. We've got St. Charles Lions versus the Chattanooga Barracudas. Everybody's jumping in, and we are getting ready for our final matchup on week 2 this Sunday Fun Day, and it is going to be dope. We still got AJ on the cams doing great work tonight, and the production. It's going to be a great game. We saw the last game, and for those of you that missed it, go back and rewatch it, but not right now because you can't, because we're still on the live stream. But it was fantastic. Defensive struggle between both teams, with the Ottawa Frost walking away with a win. For tonight's game, both these teams coming off an L from last week, and I think the Barracudas only lost by like 3 points from last week. And then to the Columbus Fire, I think, by the way. Let me check, because I have, rather than guessing, I have everything there. Yeah, the Barracudas lost. Yep, Columbus Fire, boom, nailed it. I even guessing, just stuck it. 34-37 last week, and then obviously coming in today trying to turn the 0-1 season into a 1-1 season. St. Charles Lions coming off a loss there to the Scranton Royals, 37-55. Also trying to do the same, turn this 0-1 into a 1-1. So both teams a little bit on the line here for a second week, trying to get their first W of the season. And we've seen how previous seasons, you don't want to get in those early L streaks early in the season, but it doesn't mean you can't come back, because we saw plenty of times. Queen, what do you think we're going to see tonight from the St. Charles Lions, and who's playing over there?
So over on the orange side, we've got St. Charles Lions. We've got Wiggles, Risen, Single Shot, and Biot. A little bit of a different roster coming out from last season for them. Obviously, they did play their first week of matches, and so they've started to get some chemistry here. But definitely last week, you could tell that they were struggling slightly finding their chemistry with their new roster that they've got playing. However, they did begin to find themselves mid-game, so I fully anticipate them kind of rocking and rolling with mojo straight out from the gate here tonight, Nails.
Perfect. And over on the Chattanooga Barracuda, we got Glass coming in as the captain for the Chattanooga Barracudas. Razor, Solar P, and Drake. Per their standard roster here. Again, for those of you that are just joining us now for tonight for Series 3, all AAA rosters will have 6 players on there. So we've got Glass, Solar P, Drake, Razor. No Billy Brick, Ball, or Tamba for tonight, but Glass at the helm doing some great work. I'm expecting to see some good play here and cohesion coming out of the Chattanooga Barracudas as we roll into tonight's game. Again, fairly aggressive on the offense there, but a Glass coming from the Aspen Sparrows last season over the Chattanooga Barracudas. I'm sure they've stepped their defense up quite a bit, with the Aspen Sparrows being a very defensively minded team. So we'll see where that plays out for tonight and see who's able to get that momentum. As we saw last game, 2 very defensive powerhouses fighting it out with the war between the goalies, and it was quite the matchup. Before I forget, tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Asterion, iHeartRadio, Big St. Charles Motorsports, Holtzauer Auto Motorsports, and Bullpen Sports Grill, bringing you all of tonight's action for free. We got some ads. I know you guys love the commercials, so don't even act like you don't. And blow up the chat. We'll talk to you. We got whatever questions you guys got. And Queen, if you ask nicely, may actually sing. Prior to the game, she was singing a lot.
A lot.
A lot.
We don't have to talk about that, Nails. What happens in pre-show stays in pre-show.
I'm just saying, there was a whole lot of singing going on. You know me, I'm not a big singer. I did sing a little bit last match, but my singing is terrible compared to Queen. So if you ask nicely, maybe she'll sing.
I mean, no, not today. Not today.
Oh, motherboard, I see you in the chat. What's up? Ask Queen to sing. Let's do it. See what happens. I don't know. It might be good. Might be good.
No one wants to. No.
So coming into the second week, we got the lineup for tonight. 3 matches tonight, and then obviously more matches coming throughout the week. Do not forget to catch all that action here on NEPA TV. We've got our next matchup on Wednesday, Vancouver Lightning versus Mulberry Reverb, and then the Toronto Sorcerers versus Aspen Sparrows. Both 2 games on Wednesday night starting at 7 p.m. Central. Second game starting at 8:15 Central. You do not want to miss it. And then we'll have more games for you lined up on Thursday. This week, Scranton and Baton Rouge on a bye. That's something new for the Series 3. We got bye weeks. Woo! Bye weeks. I love bye weeks and I hate bye weeks. Like I'm kind of like, I'm kind of middle ground. Like I love the fact that you have a week to basically kind of like get your life together and take some downtime. But also like, I think you should just play the entire way through, but that's just me. Queen?
I feel like bye weeks are good, honestly, because you've got times as a team that some weeks you feel like you've got the games going, you've got your practices going, and you can kind of hit a stale point in your momentum. And a bye week just gives you time and gives you availability to do things that, kind of maybe seem a little bit counterproductive, but are actually really good for continuing to build your chemistry. Even something as simple as, team bonding, so to speak, that's outside of the arena, whether it be jumping in a VC or voice call with your team, or hopping into a different game.
League.
Or Pizza League.
Yeah.
Pizza League? That's like nails. How do you know about Pizza League?
If you have to ask, can't afford it.
Oh my goodness! That is well beyond your Echo time. I'm impressed.
I know some people who know some people who knows a guy who knows a guy. They may tell me a little bit about Pizza League. But yeah, it's a thing. So I totally agree with you. I think we saw last series and series 1. Sometimes you just get on those like those losing streaks, right? And you never really have time to kind of take a breath and get back out in front of the problems that are kind of plaguing the team to kind of try something new, right? Because every week you've got a game that matters. So you're hesitant to roll out new strategy, right? But you kind of have to, but you haven't really had time to kind of get everything together. Maybe the schedules aren't lining up for practices and scrims. But that bye week buys you the ability to kind of break that momentum if you're on a bad momentum. At the same time, if you're on a good momentum, right, that week, if you're taking a knee because you're like, we're doing great, that's where you can see your season turn for the worse, right? We saw that a little bit last series as well.
Definitely, for sure. It can be stunting in the momentum, but at the same time, you can absolutely utilize it both ways, whether it be, you've got the ball rocking and rolling, or you are pausing. But we are heading into our first initial joust and first touch on the disc, going over to the Barracudas. However, first possession over into the hands of the St. Charles Lions, who clear this one down, but a quick denial there for the side of the Barracudas. However, the attempted slap clear is no good and back into the hands of Single Shot.
And right back on it there as the St. Chuck, the patron saint of NEPA and the Echo Arena. They're the St. Charles Lions, for their namesake, coming out here, moving into the blue side bubble, trying to get some options there, sending it back into the goal. Not able to connect there as the Chatty Cudas are going to grab that. Drake moving it forward to the near side tunnel, sends a long send. Good pickup there to meet it, but not quite able to convert that on an open goal as the defense ran back. Solar P is going to pick it off. A nice send from Glass down on the far side boot and turn that into 2 points. And we are off to the races on the scoreboard. Cudas up by 2.
Yeah, definitely well done. A little bit of a struggle for possession there on both sides of the arena, but the Barracudas able to polish that one off nicely. Disc is now in the hands of the St. Charles Lions, and it is Wiggles themselves with it now. Oh no, losing it to that stack. It is Drake looking across up high, but the pass does not meet its intended target, and there's some room here for a possession turnaround, but it is remaining in the hands of the Barracudas. Razor sending it up to Drake. Drake looking for the goal, but off the post. Wiggles is able to recollect that one and looks for a clear, but Razor recollects this one for the side of the Barracudas over to Glass on the fringe of bubble, but the shot off the post again once more, and Single Shot gets that one almost all the way cleared out.
Good pickup there. Single Shot's going to grab that, send it to the center, and we've got a stack race off to the mat. The race is there, not quite able to get on it as it takes a bad bounce. Solar P is going to grab that before the offensive stack for the Lions can get there first. Defense is on en route as Wiggles and Risen grab that, turn it right back around. Queued up for the stack there. Ready moving forward, send it through the near side tunnel. Good send. Solar P with the extra long arm is going to get there first. Send it right back through the center. Glass picks it up the bottom, looking to quarterback there from the midfield. They're playing a little bit of backline strategy. He's going to send it forward, back down to the bottom near side. Razor's going to pick that up, look for options. We've got a 3v2 in the bubble. And Razor to Glass. Glass for the goal. Another 2 points on the board. 2 unanswered goals coming out of the Barracudas.
Yeah, that was really, really beautifully done. Solar P had 2 incredible reads on the back line there, stopping the attempted long shots. Glass recollecting it there in the midfield, sending it up to Razor, and once more back to Glass for the points. St. Charles Lions with the disc now. Biot sends it over to Single Shot. Single Shot wisely backing this one out to Wiggles as they do not have the numbers advantage right now. Back over to Single Shot, looking to bait this stack, and they do get that crushed here. They've got the numbers advantage, but the pass is just slightly off the mark on that one. Biot able to recover it momentarily, looking for a pass down low, but Glass has the read on that one and sends it down all the way into the boat.
Good
Picked
pick
up
there.
Sorry. No, you're good. Picked up again by Drake, but Drake did get stunned out, and Single Shot is able to recollect this one, get it past that stack over to Wiggles, looking for a long shot, but denied by the stack there, and Glass picks that one up, sends it down low to Solar P.
Good pickup there and the turnaround. Sorry, I think I dropped out for a second, but we are back. Yes, Motherboard, the soundtrack is supposed to be playing. You didn't realize we had a DJ here at every NEPA televised game? Yeah, we've got one. Get a groove on. It is the soundtrack. It's supposed to keep you calm and into the game there with the Wiggles. Pick it up off the ceiling, drops it down to Biot. Coming in, looks for the shot. Solar P is going to block that, send it right back out. Gets just outside the bubble. Wiggles pick up there. Back to Risen at the nest, looking for options. Ducks below the ball. Finds a bottom pocket for 2. We got ourselves a 2-point game.
A 2-point game indeed. Those are the first 2 points St. Charles Lions are putting up on. We've got 3 minutes and 36 seconds left in our first quarter, and they are only down by 2, but disc advantage now in the hands of the Barracudas, and it is Solar P looking for a quick pass over to Glass. Back to Solar P, looking to get this stack killed here, and they do get them separated, but not for long. Glass looking to send this one back over to Solar P, and again, baiting that stack. They do have them out of the play now, and they've got the numbers advantage. They send it up to Razor. Razor looking up high at Drake. Drake taking the 1v1, but the shot goes off the post. However, it is able to be recollected by Glass.
Good pickup there and a rebound by the Barracudas as they try the re-attack there. It gets broken up on the near side there. Drake gets stunned out. Biot's going to pick up, trying to send it out. Drake gets a hand on it. We got ourselves a little scrum there at the ceiling as they're trying to reverse the flow. Send it back inside the orange side bubble. Good pickup there by Solar P on the far side. Sends it back in. Goalie comes out. Wiggle it just a little bit. Picks up the loose disc. Sends it to Biot on the near side. Sends it through the near side tunnel. We got ourselves a stack race. Good clear. Defense is back there first. We got 2 in the bubble. In the hunt still for the disc is going to get picked up by the St. Charles Lions. Biot sends it back up to the nest. Single shot. Only takes 1. Sends it up to Risen. Looking for options. We got ourselves a 3v4 now in the goal. Turns into a 4v4. Tries to take the shot. Not able to make that happen, but here comes a 3-man offensive stack. Picks up that loose disc on the near side. Risen's going to kick it back to the back line. Single shot's going to slow it down. Wait and fight. Try to find some options. Brings it along the trench there. We've got plenty of players moving around here. The bubble's not quite full yet. We got Wiggles on the near side. Single shot still looking for options yet to come under pressure. Finally sends it away as the defense moves in. Risen sends a shallow shot there. Not able to connect. It's going to go bounce right back out to the far side. And Single shot is in the hunt again to reset. Queen, over to you.
Yeah, very wise play coming out here. We've got St. Charles Lions doing a lot of back passing. However, that attempted cut pass is no good and denied by the goalie there. I believe that was Solar P, but the clear not quite out yet. Glass getting the hand on the disc now in the near side tunnel, looking for her options. looking to get rid of that stack too that's waiting at the mid. Does cross the table over there to Solar P. Solar P has one in front, sends it up high to Drake on the ceiling just outside of Fringe of Bubble, looking for the 1v1 but denied by Wiggles there. Solar P chasing this one down, but the stack gets their first single shot, looking for, oh my, shot! Wiggles finishing the job to tie up the game 4-4 with only a minute left on the clock, Mills.
Single shot with the long send, and Wiggles, great eye of the disc, not sure it was going to go in, grabs that, finds it for the slam dunk, taking us back to a tie game. We got 50 seconds here left in the first quarter. Both teams really finding their footing here in the first quarter, starting to find those passes, control some of that possession. Here, 50-50 split between both teams. Stuns about split even as the Barracuda's trying to move it forward here, down along the floor. Drake picking it up, not quite. Glass can't get a handle on it, goes up high. Here comes single shot moving in to try and take that. Block the clear, drops it right back to Razor. Razor's coming in, up high, near side shoulder with a little juke, and Glass takes a shot, and Wiggles has just been classically one of the best goalies of the game. Wiggles has been crushing it, and we see it again here tonight.
No way.
Good. Shallow on the shot, looking for it to clean up here, rolling into the first quarter, not able to turn that into points. We'll roll into the end of the first quarter. The tie game 4-4 for both teams. We'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. I'll be here with Queen. She'll be singing when we come back, I promise. But not really.
If you call one of us, just remember, you've invited the whole pack.
And welcome back to the second quarter. I would like to start this quarter with an apology. Apology to Matthew. I was looking at the chat and I kept reading Mother Dash, not Matthew Dash, so I thought it was Motherboard. That's my bad. Everything I said to Motherboard earlier, it actually applies to you, Matthew. So same, take the same words I said, but I apologize for calling you Motherboard. And with that, we're into the second quarter. We're back, tie game. And the stack goes a little bit errant there. It's going to get picked up for the neutral by the Barracudas. They try to slap it away, but St. Charles Lions are going to pick up the loose disc, send it right back forward. And maybe I should get glasses. You were right, Queen. Glass, good pickup there. Sends it to the near side toe. Takes the long bounce over to the far side. The Barracudas are in the hunt. Solar P picks that up. Goal, but not able to connect there on the long distance three. Razor's going to pick that up, drop it right back to the shield. Solar P out of pocket. 4-6.
Very nicely done. The first shot just off the mark, but Razor able to recollect that off the bounce. Sends it back to Solar P on the shield, who sinks that one in for 2 more points, bringing the Barracudas up by 2 quite quickly in this second quarter here. But disc now in the hands of the St. Charles Lions, and Wiggles sending it to the near side tunnel where Biot is. Biot looking to pass forward to single shot. The disc is now loose as single shot does get stunned out, but the clear is just off the mark, giving some space for the St. Charles Lions to maintain this possession, and it is single shot on the floor with it now underneath some pressure, looking up high at the nest for Risen. Risen doing some juking, but unable to get away from his defenders. Razor takes that one away. Oh no, but the shot off the post. However, happy accidents happen. Glass is able to recollect that one, but only momentarily before losing it to a stun, and Wiggles sends a clear out.
And Wiggles is going to do some of that classic goalie work there, send that good clear out, makes his way through the far side tunnel. We got a hunt inside the blue side bubble. Drake's going to be able to get that beforehand. Tries to send that out, gets bottled up in the near side trap, and here comes the Lions picking it up. Looks like Biot's going to send it forward. It's going to take a bounce back over to the far side of the arena. We've got the Barracudas in the hunt. Drake's going to pick that up. They're going to drop it back. Here comes the offense, looking to break up this play before it can reach the neutral zone. but but they're going to be able to get it away to Solar P, and Solar P is going to send, long bounce, going to take a ding ring there. Very close to picking up that 3. Could have been a little bit of momentum shift there. Razor's going to pick up the loose disc, drop it back to Glass. Glass looking for options, going to try and back that out, find some breathing room, drops it inside the bubble. Not able to find a connect there. You're going to get picked up by Risen. Risen's going to take it to the ceiling, look for options to get this out of the orange side bubble, sends it to the far side tunnel. Glass is there, returns the serve, back into the orange side bubble. Good pickup by Solar P. Solar P drops it back to the back line. Under pressure, Razor sends it right back forward. Nobody's home on the near side. Glass picks up the bounce. Before she can get it into the bubble, gets stunned out. Single shot, clears it through the near side tunnel. We are on to a stack race again to the blue side bubble. Nobody's home. Can't quite pick that up. Biot's going to take the bounce off the wall. Sends another one. Bad bounce there. Single shot on the near side to pick it up. Queen, over to you.
And the attempted pass just off the mark there. However, Risen able to get this one back. Does get stunned out before able to get a pass over, but the slap from Razor is no good and straight into the hands of Single Shot. Possession is still in the hands of the St. Charles Lions. Oh no, but miscommunication there. The St. Charles Lions player was stunned out, so the pass does not get there, and Solar P with the disc takes that one in for another 2 points. We've got the Barracudas up by 4 now with 4 minutes and 38 seconds left on the clock in this quarter.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. You saw Single Shot take a quick look over across the arena, saw an open teammate, was trying to bait the defense out, and then sends it over to the far side, not realizing that that defense had moved in to kind of cut off that avenue. It's going to result in turnover there and points for them. Get a little bit bottled up coming out of the tubes there, not quite able to get it over to the blue side. Don't get past the neutral zone. Sends right back towards the blue side bubble on the bounce there. Looks like Razor's going to pick that up. Razor sends it across the arena to Solar P. Solar P's looking for options. Razor stunned out, but back alive now, looking for options. Defense is starting to come out, put the pressure on. Biot comes over there to meet the Solar P, and then Razor is going to pick that up, send it right back across to Glass. Glass down to the bottom to Drake. Drake's looking for options, doesn't like what he sees, drops back to the bow tie. Razor just going to bring that back, find some breathing room, and reset this play. Queen.
And passes up high to Glass on the ceiling. Glass on the far side, crossing over to Solar P, looking for goal, and that is 2 more points over to the side of the Barracudas.
The Barracudas right now, I think, with 3 unanswered goals right now. St. Charles Lions unable to kind of stop what is turning into a little bit of a rolling tide, if you will, to quote my friend Shaw, that they have got to find an answer for here on the defense. Moving forward, Risen sends it through. Good short pass there to Single Shot. Single Shot drops it back to Wiggles. Wiggles coming out now to play that back line. It's been crushing goalie for the night. Biot back forward to Single Shot. Single Shot back to Wiggles. And right now, I think a little bit of St. Charles Lions, I think they're really starting to feel that pressure that we got to put some points on the board. And so you're seeing them really kind of control the disc, wait for that lane to open up. But there's some magic to be had in being aggressive, and there it is. Risen comes in, but ends up taking the rim there on the goal, not able to convert for some points. We got ourselves a loose disc. Glass is going to try and bounce it forward. Queen, over to you.
And stuck in the far side tunnel, picked up momentarily by Wiggles, but Drake able to get the stun off now, dropping into the trap, trying to find some time for them. Sends a pass up to Glass. Glass on the start, looking at the wall where Solar P is. Ooh, Solar P looking for the shot, but just off the post. And ooh, no, St. Charles Lions getting there first, but quickly getting stunned out. Disc is loose. Biot is able to pick that one up and send it out through the near side tunnel, back into the hands of the Barracudas quickly, though, as Razor recovers this one. And we've got a lot of back and forth going on in the arena, looking to maintain possession here. Single Shot with the disc does get stunned out and back into the hands of the Barracudas. Razor through the far side tunnel with the disc. However, Stack's not quite ready, and that means Biot is able to pick this one up and turn it back around for the side of the St. Charles Lions. And Single Shot with the disc now looking to approach the Barracudas bubble here, sends it up to Biot. Biot getting stunned out in the process, but there is a teammate nearby, and it is Risen on the floor looking once more for their teammate, but slightly off the mark there with the pass. Oh no, Glass, quite a save. Risen looking for a shot once more, but again, slightly off the mark here, and this is the possession game that we love to see. Biot with it, looking for a shot, but denied, and Wiggles cleans up the job there on the bottom of the goalpost, getting 2 points on the board, and that is what they needed to break this momentum. Not giving into the clock on the board there and getting some points on, even with patient play.
They did, and very, very patient there. Really kept the pressure on the bubble. I like it. They didn't stop there. You saw Wiggles there on the pickup. Right place, the right time, keeping that pressure on. The shot came in, was not able to find the goal, but did not leave the bubble, found the rebound, and then put it in for the slam dunk to make sure that points got on the board after all the work they put in there. I think both these teams here really trying to be patient, and I think that's good. It's just when you're both teams, right, you've got to have play kind of ready at hand, right? So we see both teams kind of getting the disc, taking a look around, see who they want to pass to, right? But a lot of that has to come with chemistry, where you can get the disc, you immediately send it. When you're playing a team that's fairly aggressive, like the Barracudas are being right now, you've got to have somebody to pass it to as soon as you get the disc, so you can kind of keep the defense guessing. And right now, this 4-point difference, they haven't quite able to make that happen. They're on the board. We're going into the halftime. We'll see what they come out with during the halftime break. We'll take a quick break. We'll come right back with some halftime stats for you. Don't go anywhere.
Seconds. This one is loose in the destroyer zone. Collected by Saluda. Stunned out. Picked up by Game. Stunned out. Zenith with it.
This is it. Trying to clear it.
Cleared out. 20 seconds. Game gets it back here. Game turning it around. Sends this one in off of the floor. Gets it to Rosie Hope. Rosie has Zenith pressuring. 13 seconds. Sending this one in. Stunned out. No. What a shield there from Acorn.
Oh, no.
That's the finish. That's the victory. What's the clock? What's the clock?
That's it. That's it.
In the last second, the Orlando Cyclones come back 33-32. Are you kidding me?
What?
I've got nothing. You know, forget finals. What was that? What was that? No, not anymore. No.
Look at
no. Put me on camera. Put me on camera. That was unbelievable. I cannot believe what just happened. I cannot believe what just happened.
On that read. And welcome back. We are back for the second half of tonight's last matchup. St. Charles Lions versus Chattanooga Barracudas. I promise I will get everybody's. Well, I can't promise that. I will try to get everybody's name right in the chat this time, and not swap names. But you guys just saw a great video there for last year's LAN. This year's LAN is March 10th through the 12th. It's still in St. Louis, Missouri. It is going to be at Union Station. It's going to be a NEPA Charity Cup benefiting Crush and Heal, competing for mental health and recovery in virtual reality and beyond. Don't forget, Big St. Charles Motorsports is sponsoring Saturday Night LAN After Party, which if you were last year's After Party, it was dope. It got crazy. I think Queen set a couch on fire. It was crazy. Big 80s themed event. More to be announced soon. We got free food giveaways, prizes, DJ. It's not going to be the Echo DJ, but there will be a DJ there playing other music. And it's going to be a great time. If you haven't got your tickets in your hotel room yet, don't forget NEPA's got a discount for hotel rooms. Don't forget to get your tickets. There's a Ferris wheel, which I will not be getting on, but also an aquarium, ropes course, all kinds of things. I heard Dimwey's going to get on the ropes course. He's not here to defend himself, so next time you talk to him, tell him that you heard he was going to get on the ropes course. And with that, rolling into the second half, dude, we got a 6-10 game, low scoring, but both teams really kind of on the defensive hunt, just like we saw from the last game. And we're looking for the St. Charles Lions to really kind of find that offensive magic there as they try to press inside the bubble. Queen, what have you been seeing?
So yeah, we're seeing the Lions do a great job defensively, but they're definitely struggling to get some points on offensively. They did slow themselves down. Lots of back passing, lots of passing instead of relying on the clear and boost, and that resulted in them kind of breaking up that momentum that was coming in from the Chattanooga Barracudas. It's just a matter of how can they get around the defensive wall of the Barracudas at this point, because every attempted push on bubble is being denied. So just breaking the barrier of that push on bubble, finding out how to get past them defensively is what I'm sure that they were doing with some of the minds that are on these St. Charles Lions while we had this halftime break, but we are back in and rocking and rolling.
They are. We're there with a pickup there with a neutral joust, and right away, Solar P to Glass off the neutral joust. Glass finds a quick two-pointer there coming in from the inside lower corner of the bubble. And Juicefer, yes, it will be either the Dimja Warrior or the Ninjui Warrior. I don't know, but you should make shirts. And it'll be fantastic.
Oh wow!
I mean, yeah, it's gonna be amazing. All right, and I like how I'm just signing Dimwee up for all this stuff at the LAN. He's gonna kill me. All right, single shot off a great send from Fiat. Takes one in, only takes one single shot for a two-pointer. Good answer coming out of the St. Charles line. Back up within 4. We've got 2 goals here, really within the first minute of the third quarter. Both teams made some adjustments during halftime, coming out here to put some points on the goal, or points on the board, and really try to work their way forward here and close this gap up. Good pickup there off the joust advantage for the Barracudas. Are going to send it forward, drops it back to Solar P. Solar P right back to Drake. Drake sends it down along the bottom. Biot can't get there to break up the play, and then Razor, off the center, Wiggles comes out, says, not in my bubble. That is not happening. Breaks it, sends it right back through the clear there. We're still in the hunt for a loose disc. Glass is finally able to get there, tries to wing it back for the clear, takes a bad bounce. Glass going to pick up her own clear there, picks it right back up, sends it right back down to Razor. Razor sends it through. Solar P sends it in the bubble. No options with a long send. No options because he was just going to score. There are no options. It's 24 meters. I find an empty goal. I'm going to sit it in for 3, and just like that, they're back up by 7.
Yeah, very beautifully done there with the Barracudas getting the possession on that one. It seemed no option for a teammate for a pass, but an open goal looking for the shot. Gets 3 points on the board, but St. Charles Lions with it now, and it is single shot. Looking at a 1v2. Oh no, mishandling the disc just slightly, but able to get the pass down to Risen on the floor. Risen with it now, backing this one out quite wisely. Over to Biot on the far side station. Biot looking to walk this one up slowly. Sends pass over to single shot. Oh no, looking for the goal. Oh, but Biot on cleanup. Picks up the disc after the stun comes in from single shot and puts it in the goal for 2 points after goalie jumped out.
Great work there by Biot. Coming in with the broom there, the push broom to clean up, takes that shot off of single shot there, grabs the rebound, cleans it up for a 2, and that is what they need to do to continue to close this gap down there, keep that pressure on. They've been doing a real good job of keeping the pressure on inside the blue side bubble. Great single shot with the robbery on the near side, hit Biot ready to take it forward. Gets broken up there by Clear, right back into the blue side bubble, and Drake, nobody home, catches him in transition right at the neutral zone. Ooh, that was a great, I think, transition for the St. Charles Lions. It didn't work out there as they try to get the disc out of the hands there of Single Shot and Biot. It's going to get, broken up by the Barracudas and sent back forward and 2 points for them.
Yeah, but we do have the St. Charles Lions with it now, and it's Biot in the near side tunnel. Shot over Risen. Risen cutting with single shot once more. Back to Risen. Risen into the goal for a quick 2 points. And that is the rollout St. Charles Lions need. Their passes have been super clean in maintaining possession, but that quick push on goal is what they need so that defense can't return and stop them on their attempted push.
Yeah, and that was a great decision by Single Shot to send that back to Risen there. Looking at a 1v3, the entire defense in the bubble is looking at him. He's going to kick it right back to Risen, open up that lane for Risen as the defense comes out. That is the kind of bait and switch you need. This is a long pass there. Risen's going to grab that before he can even get to the bubble. Come back. Drake looking to come in and bring pressure. Risen using a little bit of that near side boot as Wiggles comes out, puts the stun on Drake. Happy to have friends. Sends it over to Wiggles. Wiggles is going to drop it through the center. Here comes the stack, ready to pick that up. Can't quite get a hand on it. Razor's going to grab it first and then drop it right back. But Risen's there to answer the call right at the back line with Wiggles. Sends it right back forward into the blue side bubble. Solar Pete grabs that, sends a low clear before anybody can get to it. Here comes the stack race.
Ooh.
Stacks! Oh! Stacks get bottled up, and Drake breaks free from the melee in the backfield. Picks up Solar Pete's clear and slam dunks that in for 2.
Yeah, quite beautifully done. I almost thought Solar was going to go in, but Drake is there and able to finish the job. Disc in the hands of the St. Charles Lions, and it is Wiggles with it now. Wiggles not under any pressure at all. And I'm assuming communication right now in the move up, push up, but they are able to maintain this possession after a little bit of a wonky pass there, but Risen on the floor with it now, looking for some options. Oh no, but the attempted shot no good. However, Wiggles on the back line able to maintain this one for the side of the St. Charles Lions, sends it up to Biot. Biot looking again down low for Wiggles, but miscommunication there, and Solar P is able to get a hand on it quickly and get this one all the way down into the St. Charles Lions bubble with Drake in the area and an open goal for 3 points.
Good send there, good read by Drake. And a break up there in transition in the stacks for St. Charles Lions, just not getting back in time on that one. I think that was, I want to say Wiggles or Single Shot was on the free float back to the bubble to try and break that up. Just not going to get there in time. Good send, but you see how kind of St. Charles Lions just getting a little bit pressured there. You see they didn't have, they tried to send that pass forward. It didn't connect, turned into a loose disc situation. And that defense is pressuring them to get rid of the disc as soon as possible. Just forcing those mistakes. Solar P comes out and stuffs St. Charles Lions, sends it forward. Here comes the defense. Good pickup there on the stack. Going to drop it back forward through the near side tunnel. Not going to connect. Solar P is going to catch that bounce there off the near side trap over to Razor. Razor under pressure from Biot. Biot going back to Solar P, and they're playing a little bit of pass back right now. Biot's trying to force some bad passes, but it's not going to happen. Right now, they're just eating up the clock. We got 90 seconds here left in the third quarter, so they're trying to find options to move forward. Biot still playing 1v2, and here comes Risen in to solve the problem. Starts bringing the pressure. Razor moves it forward up to the top. Drake coming in from the ceiling, tries to send a low cut down in front of the goal. It's not going to connect. Who's going to pick that up? Whoa! Biot. But then it's going to get stolen. Razor's going to drop, or it's going to get dropped back to Razor on the back line. He's going to hang out there at the double diamond. Wow, why are my words so bad today? I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Glass from behind the goal finds an opening for 2, taking him up by 12.
Up by 12 with only 49 seconds left on the clock, but we do have a whole nother 8-minute quarter here. So St. Charles Lions got a few seconds to put some points on the board and give themselves momentum moving into our fourth quarter. Wow, did you just rub the 4 words off on me? Because I feel like you did.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Oh no! Razor from the floor taking a shot for 3 points for the side of the Barracudas.
Yeah, I take other people's words and then I just jumble them. So you're welcome. You can go ahead and hold on to that. It's
Thank
a gift.
you. Thank you.
Yep, everybody's good at something. I'm clearly good at cursing other people's language. And forward, trying to catch that joust advantage, not able to get that clear and boost. And it's going to result in a turnover. Razor's going to grab one before the end of the round, taking them up by 18. That'll take us to the end of the third quarter. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. And we are back for the fourth and final quarter here between the St. Charles Lions and the Chattanooga Barracudas. And yes, Jucifer, you are right. That was the Barracudas quarter. I tallied 8 goals, I want to say, to 3 for the St. Charles Lions. So the Barracudas there really find something that worked. A lot of getting caught in transition there for the St. Charles Lions. The Barracudas really capitalizing on that. St. Charles Lions coming out of the neutral joust. They're going to win that, try to move it forward, but Solar P is going to be able to be there to pick it up, sends a long clear back to the orange side bubble. They aren't able to get a handle on it, the defense. Here comes Drake off the floor. He's going to grab that, dial it in for the bottom pocket for 2. 13 seconds into the fourth quarter.
13 seconds in, and quite a quick goal there, but disc now in the hands of the St. Charles Lions with 7 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. And y'all know I am not good at math, but I would here point deficit. They do still have an option to get themselves back here, but a little bit of a scuffed launch might cost them the possession. Biot with it now sends it over to single shot in the far near side tunnel. Oh goodness. Risen looking for some options, but does not have any, unfortunately. However, the clear coming in from the Barracudas, no good. Back into the hands of single shot, looking for the cut, but just off the mark. Recollected though by Risen. Risen getting stunned out in the process, and it is Glass with it now, sending it through the near side to, or trying to.
Catches that lip there. Up Piat over to single shot. Single shot sends it behind the goal over to the clock there. I think looking for Risen. Not able to pick that up. Here comes Biot again. Back over to Wiggles. Wiggles from the shield looking for options. Sends it behind. Wiggles. P with the stop. Gets a hand on it. It's a good setup there. Going to try to clear it out. Single shot's going to pick that up. Bring it right back in. Over to Risen coming in off the shield. Looking to move forward from the floor. Biot under pressure from the defense, ends up getting a hand on it, and then sends it to the front. Single shot, only takes 1. Pew pew! For 2 points from inside the bubble.
Biot with a really, really good look there defensively. Every Barracudas considers single shot out of the play as he is stunned out in the middle. But Biot sees he's coming back, and he is in that danger zone where he cannot be stunned. Able to get the disc over to him and into the goal for 2 points. But now with the disc
danger zone?
Danger zone. And you said I was the one singing. Lance is rubbing off on you. Oh no! What an opportunity! Biot with the quick magnet hand, stealing that one from the QB and getting 3 points on the board for the St. Charles Lions, and they needed that.
That they did, and that was, as you said, the danger zone. Biot able to capitalize on that and use that danger to their advantage to put 3 back on the board. That may be a little bit of the momentum shift they need here as they're picking it up, bringing the pressure forward. Holding the Barracudas there at the back line, trying to move them forward. They send one long across the arena. Nobody's there to connect. Good leech there for a single shot. It's going to grab the disc first. Great leech. Biot sends it forward. Down to the trench. Nobody's home. In the bubble. Tries to send one shallow. Wiggles. They're not able to connect on the goal there. Those 2 points right there, those are the kind of things that, like, those are the unanswered goals that you need to start turning the tide there. Gotta make those shallow shots. Biat's gonna pick that up there, and then he's gonna force a turnover. Get stunned out, but not before getting away to single shot. Single shot looks into the bubble there. Wiggles picking it up off the boot, and then for 2, redemption tour. 2 unanswered goals from St. Charles Lions.
I think that would actually be, would it be 3?
Is that 3? Is that 3? I'm screwing that up. That's 3.
I feel like it is because Biat took one. They got one right before that. That would be 3rd. That Wiggles just. I think I could be wrong. We all know I'm not great at counting. Let's not lie.
Well, I'm also not great at counting. So when somebody else questions it, who's also not great at counting, then I start questioning myself. And now here we are, somewhere between 2 and 3 unanswered goals.
Either way, definitely the momentum shift that they needed there, and a good clear coming in from the Barracudas. However, Biat is able to get a hand on it, sends a pass over to single shot in the near side tunnel. Single shot off the head of Drake there, but the Lions are able to recover this one, and it's single shot again with it, sending it up to Wiggles. Wiggles on the wall looking to buy some time, has some options, but unable to get a pass to a teammate, and it is slapped out by the side of the Barracudas all the way down into the bubble, picked up now by Glass underneath some pressure, though does lose the disc to a stun, and Risen with it now, looking to get this one over to Biat on the floor. Biat clearing this one out. We've got a proper stack race forming here. Oh no, but both stacks overshoot that, and Drake is able to get a hand on it through the near side tube.
Yeah, just not quite reading those bounces a little bit there. That you saw the stack. Like, we've kind of seen that a little bit for a lot of the game here. St. Charles Lions sending those stacks forward, just not quite reading the reading the bounce well, but able to recover there as Biat's going to pick that up. So it's a long shot off the brim, not able to connect. Wiggles is going to be there to pick that up, and Risen's going to bring it right back in for 2. Great recovery. And just as I say that, reading the bounces, Wiggles is like, I can read bounces. I just read that one, and I brought it to the team for 2. So my apologies, Wiggles. You're right. And Joust advantage goes back over to the Barracudas.
Yeah, disc possession in the hands of the Barracudas, and it is Solar P with it now. Solar P looking, oh no, for their teammate, but a little bit of a wonky pass results in a turnover. Ooh, but the clear is straight into the hands of Glass. Glass is on the floor looking for some options. Does wait for her teammates to get stacked up there. They are able to, pick that one up and maintain possession briefly. But these stacks coming in from the Lions are speedy, and that's a long 3 from Biat. My goodness. Finally, I believe that would be, what is that? I don't know. Math is hard, but I believe they're in the single digits that they're down now, right? Am I right?
Yeah, that would be 8. 8.
Thank you.
Is what professional math people would call that. 8 points down.
Wow, professional math people.
It's a thing. It's a thing. People pay them to do math. I know that sounds terrible, but yeah, it's a thing. And moving forward, good clear into the bubble there. Biat's there to pick that up there off the bounce, off the backboard. Good send for the clear. Single shot's going to grab that off the bounce. From the floor, Risen looking for 3. Nobody's there, but they're going to pick that up. Good rebound. Single shot coming back for it. Bubbles getting crowded. We got options. Biat over the far side shoulder. Look for options. Good juke. Single shot's going to put a hand on that as it goes in off of single shot's headbutt from Biat's shot. I don't know if that was planned. It doesn't matter. It resulted in 2 points, and they're back within 6 with 1 minute left to go. And the St. Charles Lions have been on a terror of unanswered goals. Looking to close this out for the W. Joust advantage coming to the Chattanooga Barracudas. We'll see what happens. Queen.
Oh no, but goal is open, and we've got Drake on the floor to Glass. Glass dropping down low to the floor themselves, sends it over to Razor on the back line. They're looking to buy themselves time here on the clock. Oh, a little bit of an ambitious shot on the goal. Oh, Glass with the magnet hand steals that one back and puts 2 points in. Oh man, bringing them back up now. What was that? 6, 7, 8. So bringing them back up by 8 with only 19 seconds. One thing I want to note, Nails, is that the mentality of St. Charles Lions, it takes a really strong mental game to be down by double digits in the 4th quarter and still play at the capacity that they just did and bring themselves back from such a deficit. Even though they did not take the win, that is what will bring them wins in this season, is keeping that mentality.
And you are definitely right. Like that, they really turned on the pressure here in the fourth quarter. I logged 6 goals from St. Charles Lions in the fourth quarter, and I think I logged 1, maybe 2 for the Chattanooga Barracudas. So a complete opposite swing from what we saw from the third quarter, as the St. Charles Lions really got it together there in the fourth quarter, but unfortunately it was a little bit too little, too late, and they were not able to close that gap for the Chattanooga Barracudas. But just like you said, just an all-star showing there in the fourth quarter for them to try and come back. And I think they were a little bit slow out the gates, kind of getting that chemistry going, and a lot of kind of missed passes. It is something to say that they are, I think they have all the chemistry they need. They just got to get it out the gate a little bit sooner. It just took a little bit for them to kind of get moving, find those passes, connect, find those breakups in the neutral zone, get those stacks moving. We saw their stacks were really slow in the first half of this game. In the second half of the game, they were really on the move. You saw them breaking up those long sends into the bubble. Their defense were the first ones back, but just not enough in the time frame they had left. And I think in the third quarter, the Chattanooga Barracudas really went on a tear there with the points. Specifically with the 3-pointers that really put them at a deficit that they couldn't recover from. That said, the Chattanooga Barracudas team, Glass, outstanding job there as a captain. But I think the person that stood out for me for tonight was Solar P. With 11 points, 3 assists, and 8 saves, Solar P was doing really, quite honestly, the Lord's work today in the arena and playing Echo. I mean, just saves, assists, points, and just everywhere that Solar P needed to be, Solar P was there and making the magic happen. So for me, Solar P gets the Holtzauer Auto Motorsports Stuntman Award for the game.
Yeah, no, that was going to be my vote too. Solar P. I mean, 11 points, fantastic. But like the 8 saves, Solar P was a force to be reckoned with in the bubble and making really, really, really tough decisions as a goalie. There is, there's a risk that comes with jumping out a goal to cut off the pass option when you've got someone on floor underneath you in goal, just because you step out and now goal is wide open. But Solar P was able to make those calls, and every time it resulted in a save. And just absolutely fantastic work all around the arena. So I agree with you 100%. Solar P for tonight's Player of the Match, brought to you by Holtzauer Auto and Motorsport.
Perfect. And with that, we'll take you to a quick interview here with your winning team, the Chattanooga Barracudas. Coming out 1-1 now for the season, off of a narrow loss from their last game against the Columbus Fire. We'll take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with an interview, and we'll find out from the players exactly what tonight they were doing that resulted in this W. And we are back with the post-game interview here. We are here with the Chattanooga Barracudas. We've got Glass and Solar P here. Congrats on the win tonight, guys, and outstanding work. The big thing I think we got here, first off, Solar P, congratulations, walking away with the Stuntman Award for tonight. Outstanding job, 11 points, 3 assists, 8 saves, 8. You heard me right, the Ocho saves. So the big thing, I think, what we kind of really wanted to ask you guys is, there was, I think, a lot of adjustment and strategies between both these teams for tonight. You guys obviously came out with kind of one more adjustment than I think the St. Charles Lions had. You saw them trying to close down the gap, but really the third quarter there, what was the adjustment coming out of the half? We had a very close game first half, and then the third quarter you guys really pulled away. What kind of adjustments did you make there?
You want to answer?
Sure. Well, we knew they were going to have pretty good stacks, and I think our stacks maybe lack a little bit, so we tried to stun them a little more and just pass better. No, not as much soloing. Just put more emphasis on team play. Nothing crazy.
We also stuck me and Brain. We noticed that me and Brainbot by the half had like 20 stuns or something. So we just stuck me and Brainbot like downfield, just stunning them, and that's kind of what put us on defense, and we got saves and turned them over, cleared it, and scored.
Yeah, and I mean, we saw that you had 34 stuns personally here for the game, but we saw you guys turning it over in your favor there a lot in the transition, just being the right place at the right time. But we saw a lot of those long passes, like you were saying, Glass, really work out across the center of the arena there, right on target, really opening yourselves up. We saw a lot of passes and clears that resulted in, you had a two-player stack. They're in the bubble waiting on it. So we've seen that a lot, kind of moving forward and taking that risk where we're going to send a stack forward and count on the clear to get through. Is that something you guys have really practiced a whole lot, or do you think it was just working out tonight just based on who you were playing?
Sorta.
Well, if we
try it in scrims. Oh, she's dead. We try it in scrims, and it works sometimes. But I guess tonight was pretty good because we were able to get it downfield, and we trusted the backstack, which is me and Brainbot, or me and Drake, and yeah.
Is Drake Brainbot's new player name?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now we have to adjust our books. But
oh no, Drake is Drake. I think he's still keeping the name Drake. I'm not sure.
So Drake is final now.
Yeah.
Okay. I will tell. I'll tell everybody. So we were like,
okay.
We kept saying Brainbot, and I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
One of the other things. So for you guys coming in off of a loss the first week there, how does that feel rolling into the second week? Right. We talk a lot about like not getting on kind of that L train at the beginning of the season and how much that affects your mentality and your morale as a team. How does that feel coming in the second week here, really taking a W and now being 1-1 for the conference?
It feels good. It's definitely gonna help It's definitely gonna help us in the long run because we were kind of like known last season for being on like a huge loss streak. I think we were like the bottom 3 teams, and now we're kind of we're gonna start off strong and we're gonna end it strong as well. We're hoping that we get in finals too, right, Glass?
Yeah, let's go.
I like to hear. Yes. I like to hear. And how do you guys think the chemistry's coming along? I know there was a big mix or big kind of like shuffle for a lot of teams rolling into Series 3 now with the 6-player roster, and I know a lot of body movement. How do you guys feel your chemistry's coming along here for Series 3?
I think it's definitely a lot better this season. Last season, our team went through like a ton of roster changes, and so this is hopefully starting out this season, we'll just keep the same 6 going through and be able to actually work on some stuff.
Perfect. In Glass, outstanding job tonight at the helm of captain for the team. It really showed there in the arena. Next question: Do you guys have your tickets for LAN yet? Do you guys have a plan?
I plan on it.
You're going?
I plan on it. Yeah.
Glass.
I bought mine as soon as they announced it. I'm so excited.
So I'm talking about.
Let's go.
I'm talking about. It's dope. All right, you guys are going to show up for Ninjui Warrior there for Dimwee. He's going to be on the road course.
Oh gosh.
I want everybody to bring that up to him. because he's probably going to knife me when I see him next because I signed him up for that.
Oh no.
Not they'll
Oh
actually do
no.
it. But if he doesn't, I will get on the Ferris wheel, and I hate Ferris wheels.
Oh my goodness!
To my core, with the fire that burns with the heat of 1,000 suns, I hate Ferris wheels. And if Dimwee does the ropes course, you heard it here first, I will get on the Ferris wheel. So it's an even trade. But what's your guys' favorite Slurpee flavors?
I like to mix mine. I go to 7-Eleven, I get the blue one and the red one. That's my
I
favorites.
drink water.
Boring.
Version for tonight. Yeah, luckily I think Jucifer left, so he won't be hurt that you didn't
Sorry.
actual Slurpee flavors. So we'll let this
Anything
one
but
slide.
purple. Anything but purple.
No purple. Got it. No purple. All right, if I get on the Ferris wheel and Dimwee does the ropes course, you have to have a purple Slurpee. Deal?
No. Okay. Okay.
I like it. We're in. All right. Well, congratulations, you guys, tonight on your win. Congratulations moving forward here in the season. We're looking forward to see you guys in week 3 and where you guys progress throughout the season. Outstanding work tonight. Again, congrats, Solar, for taking home the Stuntman Award, and we will see you guys soon.
Thank you.
Any parting words?
Root for us. Yeah. Root for us. We're on top.
There you have it. And thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight on Sunday Fun Day. I am Nails. I'm here with Queen. Thank you, Glean and Cool, for coming out tonight. AJ there on the Camden production, crushing it. Thank you for joining us tonight here on NEPA TV here at Twitch. Don't forget to join us on Wednesday night. We will have the Vancouver Lightning versus the Mulberry Reverb and the Toronto Sorcerers versus the Aspen Sparrows. It's going to be a matchup you're not going to want to miss. Wednesday night starting at 7 p.m. Central. Do not forget, right here on Twitch. Thank you again, everybody, for joining us. I'm out. Queen, over to you to take us out.
Oh, I don't have anything.
Sing.
No,
Take us out with a song.
no. Goodbye.
I'll take it. That'll do. Thank you for joining us tonight. See ya.